Y estamos live. Hola a todos, buenas noches.
Hola, hola.
Déjame revisar el audio. Uy, a ver. ¿Di algo en él?
Hola, hola, aló. ¿Se escucha?
Perfecto, ok. Ojalá que nuestro amigo, el amigo Joaquín venga, que él quería vernos jugar las últimas sesiones.
Sí. Temporada, finales de temporada.
Finales de temporada de pana. Listo, le damos. Aprovechando que
Sí, sí.
no
Son las
tenemos.
10 ya.
Ya son las. Perdón, que empezamos tarde. Ok. ¿Dónde estamos para empezar? Estamos en nuestro cuarto. Ok. Cierto que
Sí, es la mañana.
nos fuimos a dormir. Ok. No puedo creer que pagamos por ese cuarto, ¿vale?
Sí, deberían limpiarlo.
Y entonces tenemos que tenemos que buscar a Ruby por ahí. Y después, si no encontramos,
Buscar a Ruby
retornar el mural ese
y...
para ver qué nos dice el viento.
Sí, el mural nos indica cosas.
Y
ver dónde están los puntos esos. Agarramos uno, pero faltan dos más.
la isla y el
La
boardwalk,
isla y la
que
boardwalk.
nunca no sabemos dónde está esa vaina.
Sí, pues estábamos ahí arriba, pero...
No nos
No
tomó
sé qué pasó.
esto ya es como que normalito, pues, o sea, si se hace, se hace, si no, find a way to enter the...
Sí, esto ya son...
Esto era importante, ¿no? El pasaje secreto
¿Qué?
este del café, del
Sí,
Whirlwind.
pero no sé. No tengo ni idea de cómo entrar, la verdad.
Sí. Pero ok,
No
entonces
hay
vamos.
pistas.
No. Ok.
Creo que va a ser si encontramos a Ruby o algo así.
Ok. Good morning, says Kim.
Morning.
¿Verdad que yo puedo fast travel? Nos vamos vamos al...
Sí, sí.
You're here, church, fisherman shacks. Creo que es church, ¿verdad? Está más al norte.
Sí, Church. Está más arriba, sí.
Mira la isla allá arriba, ¿será ahí? Mira aquí arriba.
Sí, pero ¿cómo llegas ahí? No.
Ahí veo que al lado de la supuesta rueda de la fortuna hay como el semáforo.
Ahí es donde estaba el bote de... O sea, el punto más cercano es el bote donde estaba el bote de Joyce.
El bot, ajá.
Pero
Ahí
de
está
ahí, o sea...
más arriba está el búnker, no sé si lo ves ahí. Y
Sí.
después está el faro.
¿Será que podemos pedirle a Joyce que nos lleve hasta allá?
¿Verdad que mi amigo Joaquín dijo que habláramos con Joyce, ¿verdad?
Ella es la que tiene... Ella es la única que tiene un bote aquí.
Qué buena idea. Ok,
Que
era
para darnos la cola.
Taxista.
Por favor, sí.
Ya por aquí. Para abajo.
Hoy fueron los Gold Stick Awards.
¿Qué es eso?
Y ganó unos premios ahí. Y ganó... Casi se lo llevó todo Baldur's Gate. Pero ya casi todo.
Y yo no vi eso, qué bolas.
Se dieron como 5 premios, 6 premios.
6 premios. Ya, pero...
Sí. Y el de la crítica se lo llevó Alan Wake. Esos son los dos. Los demás no llevan vida. Los demás...
Yo me acuerdo que hace como...
Zelda, ni nada de eso lleva vida.
Hace como mes y medio recuerdo que te habías dicho que Rubicon era el juego del año.
Sí, Rubicon está como de... segundo o tercero para mí en mi lista. Sí.
Pero es que de pana, es que Baldur's Gate fue como que el cambio más grande de... Es como el futuro de los videojuegos, algo así. No sé, hicieron tan bien lo que hicieron, que es como que aprendan los demás.
Sí, bueno, no sé si van a aprender, la verdad. Se ve que más bien van a alejarse de ese
Lo están
camino,
peleando, sí.
Hacia otro lado.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Okay. Can you tell me about these tattoos? So I've been dealing with Everett again.
Pruébalo todo, por ver.
Oh, the boat. O lo de voy de arriba para abajo.
Sí, de arriba, pruébalo, prueba.
I fear I've told you all I know. Is
Okay,
Orani's map of the waterways, or some version of it.
Salte de ahí y
Depicts
prueba la
the
otra.
travels this man made while he... Is there anything else I can help you with?
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to just say.
Ma'am, this whole thing is a takeover. Mr. Everett helped me find my gun. No, fuck that.
No.
I helped him turn up the heat on the Porsche.
No, conclude. Conclude porque todos esos de arriba es como para decirle a ella que estamos del lado de Ebron, pues.
¿En serio? ¿La primera también? Porque pensé que esa era...
Sí. Porque es que ellos están intentando, ¿sabes?
Of course, Detective. You can always drop by late. Well, technically speaking, I'm not on it right now.
Ah, no, esa fue la otra vez que nos fuimos por ahí y terminamos mal. Going for the kill. Sí. No,
Good.
salte de ahí. A ver, la 4.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
Déjame decirle a la gente que estamos aquí. Estamos, si pueden ver.
Ah, ya salió Oppenheimer, bonita. Si no la has visto.
No lo he visto. No sé.
O sea, la puedes ver.
No sé si me quiero poner
La puedes ver
triste.
Demuéstrasela a tus amigas japoneses. A ver qué opinan.
There was a touch of discomfort. She wants to merely represent. Fair enough. Tell me something else. Okay.
She nods.
No podemos go in for the kill. No, a ver qué nos dicen.
Eso es sobre que ella es rica y tal. Pero prueba las otras, a ver si hay algo más ahí.
What do you... Okay, te la hice.
Of course.
O sea, prueba las 5, a ver qué hay. Ajá.
Do
The
you put
scabs
them?
at the gate, did you put them?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the union refuses to?
Don't let her answer it herself.
No, I mean scabs. Let's call them strike breakers. You put them there, right? You're right. I don't know what got into me. Some of that degenerate dog worker lingo just has rubbed off, it seems. Let her continue? Or... No, aquí...
Don't let her answer. La 2.
To answer your question, yes, they were organized by Wild Pines. The contractors picked them up from Jamrock and drove them over. This is standard practice. The company reserves the right to man its stations.
Okay.
Of course. How else can I help?
Don't tell her you've met Everard right away. There's time.
Okay.
La 6.
Of course. Anything to help.
No. No hay nada nuevo en ninguna de esas.
No.
Si quieres, esa es la única que queda, la de Going for the Kill.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad
A ver
news.
si ahora tenemos más
If there is
stats
anything else I
para
can
no
help
morir.
you with, please ask.
Esa es la 3, la 3.
Well, technically speaking, I'm not on it right now.
Not a lot of people on boats. Okay, yeah. Vámonos.
Oh my. The E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
Yes. Preciso mundo.
Yes.
Class wartime, baby. No, it's a symbol of our subjugation to foreigner capital. The bad kind of capital. Class wartime, baby. No, it's a symbol of our subjugation to foreign capital. ¿La 3? ¿Qué dices tú?
La 2.
Precise Mundo, class wartime, baby. Okay.
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier is a professional negotiator?
Your best in single compass.
Then what is this positively destitute jetty doing here? And what about that fleet of skiffs?
A fleet. 3 shabby fishing boats is hardly a fleet.
This
Dale.
unmistakably proletarian fleet of skiffs. As I said, plenty of people drive
Reaction
boats.
speed. A ver,
Of all
¿cuánto
social
sale
strata.
reaction speed?
Oh.
Ah, no, sí, dale.
Your synapses flash.
Funny, I didn't see any other eel-skills docking here. There
There
doesn't
doesn't
seem
seem to be much space left in the...
to be with this 19
la uno,
space.
You mean eel's hips. But point taken. I am a bourgeois woman, and this is my fast, light, interminably bourgeois boat.
Ok. No hay más nada con
Good.
ella entonces.
Lo único que sería de Ebrard, porque en la retórica nos dijo, ¿no? Algo así como que, no le digas todavía. So I've been dealing with Ebrard again.
Sí, exacto, pero... O sea, no hay nada que nos
Oh.
diga lo del bote, como sepa.
John helped me find my gun. I helped him turn up the heat on the board. Creo que es la 1, Nel. Creo que es la única...
Sí, a ver.
A takeover.
Yes, it's not a strike. You're being let in because there's nothing to negotiate. The union is taking terminal. He has told me so in
He
his
has
own words.
told
He's taking
me-
it. He'll also use the drug trade to finance the harbor. Las dos, ¿verdad?
Va a ser así burda de... ¿Qué? Burda de sapo.
Claro, o sea que no, o sea, no estoy. ¿Qué más vas
Te vas a
qué?
poner totalmente del lado del capitalismo.
Nel, no, porque tenías que decirle.
No,
porque-
no sé, porque acuérdate. Es eso, pues. La explotación obrera. ¿Estás de
Pero-
acuerdo con la explotación obrera?
No, pero es la verdad lo que está haciendo Ebrard.
Ay, Coli, que- Pon la 1, pon la 1.
La bueno, yes, it's not a strike. You're being let in because there's nothing to negotiate. The union is taking the terminal. Okay.
If they're taking it,
Ajá.
Green livery, changing into red, blot by blot. Like a cancer of the blood, metastasizing.
then we're talking about a war. Everett needs to let me into the harbor at once. We need to talk about this.
He's ready for a war.
He's ready for a war.
They all are. The war is the goal. I told you before, Ebrard has always wanted this to escalate.
Yeah.
I can ask
la
him
dos.
to let you in. Oh, okay.
An insane goal. Cronell has 1,000 men on their payroll. The next batch will be a platoon of 20 men and a gunship. The one after that, 100.
I've seen the Union's forces. They are better organized than these mercenaries. They also have the support of the people of Revachol West. It will
Yeah,
take more
son
than
miles de
Cronell to wipe
personas.
them out. The Wild Pines will need to send more and better equipped men. Make no mistake, ma'am. I am sure you have the money. The question is, how many years and how many lives are you willing to sacrifice?
What do you suggest I do?
First, will this affect your decision-making process? It's not the RCM's job to make these decisions. The workers should have the harbor. Cut off the snake's head. Everett's pushing all this. It's a bluff. Call it. Have them open fire and see how long they last. Bring in everything you have and wipe them from the face of the earth. Oh my god. Look at your wrist. It's apocalypse o'clock. Time to commence the gloaming.
I wish there was a disco option.
Yes, the disco. Ponemos la disco primero. No.
No sé.
Ah, yo personalmente diría que la 4.
La 4, tú quieres meter preso a Abram.
Es que, o sea, es que a él no le... Es que es difícil la cosa porque yo creo que ellos necesitan es alguien que no use, no sé, drogas y cualquier cosa así. Pero también es que están luchando contra el capitalismo, entonces como que tienen que, no sé.
Necesitan plata, pues alguien necesita financiar la broma, pues.
Ujú. ¿Qué dirías tú?
¿Y qué líder habrá? O sea, ¿quién líder hay ahí? Aparte de Ebron. Esa es la broma. Titus, no.
Ruby.
Ruby, que no conocemos todavía.
La abogada.
La abogada, que está perdida. Sí.
Ujú.
Bueno, si esa es la que te parece, dale, pues.
No,
Porque
no
las otras
sé.
como que matan a la gente, pues. Y es como que... Esas son muy violentas, pues. Me parece a mí.
Pero yo quiero decir la 8 primero, la verdad.
Dale, pues.
Ok.
Después, esa no creo que vaya a ser una...
No,
bueno,
no.
sí, vamos a bailar todos, pues.
I'm afraid we won't disco our way out of this one.
The workers should have the harbor. Cut off the snake's head. It's a bluff. Ok, la 4 y la 5 son no para mí, porque no quiero que se muera gente.
La 4 y la 5, ok. Entonces la del medio, pues. Exacto.
The workers should have... No entiendo la 2. ¿Qué significa eso? The workers should have the harbor. O sea, que ellos deberían ser
O
los
sea,
que manden...
Literalmente las dos de arriba. Las dos de arriba son como en favor a Ebron. Y las dos de abajo es como Ebron muerto. Mata a toda la gente, todos los trabajadores.
Okay.
Y la del medio es como la menos mala, pues. Porque es como que, ok, sacamos a Ebron, pero no muere más nadie, pues, solo él.
Y hay que, tipo, ver quién se pone de sucesor, ¿no? Algo así.
Claro.
Bueno, voy por la 3, vamos a ver qué pasa.
Like the previous leaders of the Union were assassinated. I suspect by Evrard and Edgar themselves. I admit there's some poetry in the idea, and like poetry, it's also useless. There would still be Edgar. They factored it in. The Union is them, and they are Martinez.
So...
No lo hemos conocido, el hermano.
No todavía. So, what are you going to do?
What will I do?
Her arms fall to her sides. Her spine relaxes.
Did I ever tell you how they discovered this Isola? During our talks?
No.
No, ma'am. You said I'm uneducated, remember? Creo que ella dijo la 2, que ella nos explicaría después. Algo así. You said you would
bueno.
one day.
It may be the only break we've ever caught as a species. The last one for 400 years. The nations who colonized this Isola called theirs Muindi, the world. It was all they knew, all they thought would be. That there would be something more was a gamble, akin to another world, or life after death.
Okay.
The Pale was thought to be impregnable, perpetual. Irene la Navigateur, the Queen of Suren, sent 8 expeditions, one after the other, into the mass at the edge of the world. 5 of the crews did not return. 2 did, but had lost their minds.
Each of those expeditions would have been led by an admiral. Sounds like a purge. Like she was purging her political rivals.
What? Ya va, no entendí. Ya va, dame un segundo. The world was all they knew, all they thought would be. There would be something more was a gamble. The Pale was thought to be impregnable, perpetual. Oh, ok, como que esa reina mandó a esta gente en lugar
Australia.
de... ¿Dijiste para Australia?
Sí, es como Australia. Sí. Es como lo que pasó con Australia, pues.
¿Qué pasó en Australia?
Que, ¿sabes? Era como que una vaina tan lejana que era como que otro sitio, pues.
Ok.
Ahí mandaron, entonces era como que a Australia mandaron fueron puros criminales, puros ¿cómo es que? Presos políticos, este tipo de cosas, pues.
Cierto.
Todos los indeseables los mandaron para Australia.
Entonces es lo mismo que hizo ella, tipo agarró estos admirales que eran con competencia y los mandó
a todo el mundo que ella no quería, los mandó para allá, para el cipote.
Sounds political. La
Sounds
dos.
político, ya.
Sí.
Sí.
There was no precedent for such an undertaking. People thought she was punishing the admirals, or had gone mad, or both. Until after years of trial and error, and the development of a strict psychological regime imitating the creation process of poetry,
called Volta Doma, or Return from the Sea.
the 8th expedition returned sane and intact. They told of a new continent of matter. They told the Queen and her counselor, Dolores Day, that the Pale had begun to condense, day after day, hour after hour, minute after minute.
Condense.
Slowly raining down until it formed a vast ocean.
The air is cold and scented with petrichor. There are rain circles on water all around. Humidity crawls up your back like a piano trill. So does the lieutenant. His mouth is slightly open as he looks to the sky. The droplets feel warm, like spring rain.
The phenomenon has never again been encountered. For a time, the crew thought they were experiencing a hallucination. The mass hand proclaimed, "Lancielinde, Lancielinde," the signal to wake up. But they could not. They were sane and conscious, as islands began to appear on the horizon. There are 78,000 uninhabited islands in the Insulindian archipelago, officer.
Wow.
The freckled face of God.
You've thought it a million times.
Indonesia.
Ah. Sí.
Un coñazo de islas como o sea, 5 veces más que Japón. No, así, una locura. O sea.
Afterlife.
O sea, era una vaina donde era porque cuando ellos estaban hablando de The Pale, no sé si viste a la izquierda, se puso todo nebuloso.
Sí, sí, sí.
Exacto, entonces era como una vaina así que no podía ser explorada, pues. La gente que tú mandabas allá o no tipo el Triángulo de las Bermudas, una vaina así.
Ah.
Sí, y era una neblina loca, excepto la octava expedición. En vez de pasarle algo malo, que regresaron locos, etcétera, regresaron chéveres. Y dijeron, no, encontramos un montón de islas.
Ok. Dices tú aquí, after life, death. After death, life. Life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. Ay, esto no era un dicho que habíamos visto antes, ¿verdad?
Sí. En la iglesia.
En la iglesia, vamos a decirlo.
Porque la
Dolores.
Sí, Dolores Day era la consejera de la reina.
A total shift in human comprehension of reality. On the second day, a great skua was shot down above the flagship Lizargique. The bird was preserved and brought back, along with pollen. 4 years later, the Queen's Counsellor was proclaimed Her Innocence Dolores Day, the elected world spirit. The age of humanism, internationalism, and parliamentary rule followed. We were high.
What? The Queen Counsellor was proclaimed her innocent. What you stated, the Queen's Counsellor was proclaimed her innocent Dolores Day, the elected world spirit, the age of humanism, internationalism, and parliamentary rule followed. Leaving us here, the great skua was the first bird they saw, and this was the last break we got. It's raining.
It's raining.
Yo quiero preguntarle todo, la verdad. Leaving us here.
On Caillou,
Leaving us here es como que bueno,
the Pebble,
el camino nos
the
llevó para acá.
largest of the fertile uninhabited islands of the northeast Insulindian archipelago. 4 centuries and 2 revolutions later,
The great skua.
the first living autonomous organism, proof of reality. It's the symbol of Insulinde, detective. The coat of arms of the suzerain and the wings on the crest of the commune.
It seems to have it in for it or it for me. I broke one. Did you?
In your defense, it is a nasty creature who plucks food from the throats of lesser birds. Yet much like Revachol, it is also magnificent and rare. Imagine the suzerain of seagulls.
This was the last break we got.
The nations of Mundi proceeded to discover 5 more Isolae, or they discovered us, all in the rush of the great inter-easterly reconnection. But these others weren't uninhabited. We had to kill people there, wipe out indigenous populations, gunboat economies. Or they came to do the same for us, or had done to each other. But here, there was no one but the Skua, the Liliat Seya, and the Blood Beach, and the River Esperance. It was the new world. The Mondials used it to amass the greatest concentration of wealth mankind has ever seen. Revachol, the suzerain.
¿Qué pasó? Porque esto se ve burda pobre.
Sí, what happened?
Revolution, poverty, and the
Communism.
mercurial rise of capitalism.
Ah, capitalismo. ¿Te acuerdas el
It's
cerdo?
raining.
El cerdo del capitalismo.
Sí, el cerdo del capitalismo, sí.
It's raining.
It is. Soon it will be spring and everything will blossom.
The gangs will run wild, jacking motor carriages, ferrying amphetamines through Coal City. Spring is tough in Revachol.
What would you do?
I will surrender Terminal B to the Union.
Is that within your... Oh my god.
She puts her hand in the rain. She's silent for a second.
We will see.
Ma'am, this may well unravel property law this side of the river. If that occurs, we may never see the end of this kind of confrontation. The next time there will be 2 strikes, then 4, then 100.
What happens will happen. The age of capital has only begun. I will talk to my employers in person. We will amputate and cauterize Martinez. If you handle the situation on the ground.
Oh my god. You're going now?
You're going now?
We?
¿Qué es esto? We.
The
She
capital.
generally avoids that term with her employers.
We will
Ya,
amputate
ya,
the
es verdad.
feathers. Déjame preguntarle la uno primero. You're going now?
Yes, Mr. Clare has a 2-month head start. I can't let it grow any bigger. And I've exhausted all my options from here.
We?
There are no employers. She's a member of the board, probably a partner.
You are the wild ones.
Yeah.
There are no employers.
You are the citizens' militia. There are no superiors.
What? Of
What?
course.
Of course I have superiors. I have bosses. Yeah.
That's right, detective. And next time, you should confer with them before you go setting events in motion.
Events are already.
Tú no dijiste nada, Kim. Te quedaste ahí callado mientras yo estaba hablando.
Or momentarily retarded their progress.
Events
Even
are-
the lieutenant cannot really say.
Whether your actions are or momentarily retard their progress. Even the lieutenant cannot really say. Even after all this time, I still don't really understand who you are or what your angle is. I answer for my own actions. I don't hide behind some faceless organization. La uno.
La uno, sí.
I have not deceived you. I told you exactly who I was. Rejoice Layton.
Understood.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep the peace.
Okay.
And I will keep my end of the bargain.
How far along is Cronell's investigation?
The confrontation is imminent. They have followed in your footsteps. As your investigation reaches a climax, so does theirs. They are your shadow. Arm yourselves. Armor yourselves. Protect their targets. Violence may be unavoidable, but we can limit the casualties.
When will they make their move? Where?
Soon. I do not know precisely. They have cut off all communication, you see. They know I've been feeding you information. One last thing, Lieutenant Dubois. I've given the matter much thought and come to this conclusion. You're not an amnesiac. You're insane.
Estás
I
loquito.
know, because I, too, am insane. I just hide my illness better. And
And I'm
I'm
rich.
rich.
That does help.
Isn't everybody a little insane?
What do you have? How do you keep your shit together? Okay.
Goodbye, Joyce. I'm miser.
La uno. ¿Qué dices tú?
Sí, la uno.
No, detective. No one's as insane as you.
Don't worry. I am very sane.
What do you have?
Sí, él hace
I'm
el balance.
overexposed, baby. My travels take me through the pale dozens of times a year. I've got the longing, and I've got it bad.
The pale es esa parte nublosa y tal de la que nos explicó.
Ajá.
Y eso hace que tú te vuelvas un poco loco.
Sí,
ok.
porque había gente que todos los que mandaron se volvieron locos o no regresaron, pues.
Okay. How do you keep your shit
Excepto la
together?
octava, pues. How
Cierto.
do you keep your shit together?
The same strict psychological regimen the 8th Admiral developed when he crossed the Pale and discovered this Isola, the Volta do Mar. It's used by inter-Islary travelers and other troubled souls, even to this day.
You could use a little of it yourself.
Joyce L. Messier. Rejoice Milton. Creo que las 5. ¿Qué dices tú? 4 o 5.
Las 5. O sea, me interesa porque le está diciendo Messier.
Tiene otro nombre.
Sí, porque ella dice que ella es Joyce Layton.
Después no dijo que era Rejoice, no sé qué. A ver.
No es eso, ella dice, no te he engañado, soy Joyce Layton.
Pensé que había dicho
Entonces
Rejoice.
él le dice Rejoice.
Mira que sabe.
Ah, Rejoice.
I have not
Who I
deceived
was,
you. I told you
Rejoice.
exactly who I was. Rejoice Layton.
Y el otro es Joyce
Messier.
Messier.
¿Qué dices tú?
Sí, no, las 5. No sé por qué está este otro nombre ahí.
Tampoco. Vamos a ver.
Es raro.
Rejoice Layton.
Watch out for yourselves. They will strike soon.
¿No me baja la cola? Se fue.
The lieutenant watches her boat grow smaller on the bay, its white sails fluttering. You wonder what Everard has to say about this. Slowly, the sails turn grey-blue as more oxygen gets between you.
Caramba.
Hay que hablar con Everett.
Ok. A ver qué pasó aquí.
Como para Insulindian Miracle.
You were reminded of a poem somewhere deep inside you, the translation of which you don't remember. Nulla sarà cambiato della luce. It begins colori con grigio.
Nulla sarà cambiato della luce. Es italiano.
Nulla sarà cambiato della luce. It begins colori con grigio e marrone. Tutti stampati uno sull'altro. Trovai un vuoto, una macchina bianca, gli altri guardarono. C'è la giornata, c'è il tempo, ma senti la rotativa. You were reminded of it when you heard about the discovery of insulin, but what does it mean? And how do you know it by heart? Puedes buscar a ver qué nos dará eso.
Dice research, nada. Y cuando dice competition dicen all white checks unlocked.
Tal vez en cada conversación tengamos algún white check que se pueda hacer.
Exacto.
Vamos
o que la opción, no sé, no hay que sacar el check. Sino que es automático.
Podemos internalizar y si no nos gusta la quitamos y listo.
Sí, es el último hueco que tenemos. Sí.
The Insulindian Miracle. Le quedan ¿cuánto?
Okay.
1 hora y media y 7 horas y 45.
Una hora.
Y aquí que es lo mismo acá. Y lo mismo acá, ok. Queda buscar aquí un poquito y después hablamos con Everett.
Sí, hablamos con Everett a ver si se puede evitar un poco la masacre, etc. Un poquito. Un poquito.
Y que no mates a los viejitos por lo menos. No sé cómo haríamos para llegar a esa isla. Aquí había un bote, ya va, ¿será que nos montamos? ¿No había un bote por aquí abajo?
Un bote. ¿Por ahí abajo?
En la playita.
pero la playa siempre es para arriba, ¿no?
Pero, ¿sabes? Había unos botes acá.
Pero no sé.
Oh. Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. The walker. No está. Yo estaba pensando en este bote.
No.
Pero.
No hay opción.
¿Será que la pescadora nos puede prestar un bote?
Háblale para ver. Epa, ¿no tienes un bote?
Préstanos un
Y
bote.
en el muelle donde estaba Joyce está vacío también ahorita.
Estaba vacío, creo, pero podemos ver.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Summer carriage. No. Nada. Or someone else, actually. Nah. Oh, tal vez aquí es legal.
Oh? Who?
Oh. ¿Será que tiene pistas de Ruby? Le pregunto.
A ver. Sí.
Okay. When did this person stay here? Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning. Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else. Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Los borrachos, ninguno sobra tampoco.
Vamos a ver. Los
Los
borrachos.
niños.
Aquí están los niños, vamos a ver.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Children are stupid.
Between sex up is most likely.
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is going to crack the case.
Okay.
Uno nunca sabe.
Nunca sabe quién,
Y el
coño.
otro, no puedes hablar con el otro.
A ver.
The
Siempre es el mismo que
scruffy-haired
habla.
little boy kicks a stone.
Siempre es el mismo.
Son una... Están unidos.
Sí, son una unidad.
Acá.
Aquí, los borrachos aquí.
Tequila Sunset.
Want to hear story. Ya le preguntamos a él. Y no sabía. Coño.
Tequila.
Este.
The legend! He's back!
Do we
And
know each
firstly,
other?
I got
Amphetamine.
smokes and piff
No.
and a little
Sell me some speed.
to spice things up.
Le pregunto la uno. Tal vez sepa algo.
La uno, pero nada de droga.
No.
Nada de droga.
Sure, friend, you know it.
Yeah, Rosie was there too for your ocean-based antics. We all were. Unforgettable night.
Increíble. ¿Y este pana?
Don't call Abigail.
Have you seen any women?
Abigail? Don't call.
What?
He's just slowly his head nods to the side and he passes out, tongue dangling from his mouth.
Lord.
There was little chance he'd be a reliable witness anyway.
Mané. Verdad. No sé qué esperaba.
Sí, habrá que subir. ¿El señor y el hijo están ahí todavía o no?
No estaban la vez pasada, pero vamos a ver, hoy ya es de día, pues tal vez en el día...
Sí, ya es de día, sí.
¿Qué es esto? ¿No se puede bajar por allí? No. ¡Oh, mira!
Hay un señor
Mira!
ahí.
¿Cómo llegamos ahí? A ver.
Dale clic. No pasa automático.
Le voy a dar clic. Está hablando de la prosperidad, ese es tal vez el
No, o sea, dale ahí clic. Ajá,
Le
dale
di.
ahí clic. Él va
está
solito.
yendo solo.
Ok.
A ver por dónde es el camino. Mira. Esto es nuevo. No.
Aquí es donde está el. Aquí es donde está el mural.
Ok.
Ajá. Y eso creo que fue por abajo, ¿no?
Creo que aquí está, mira. Oh.
As you approach, the man turns and greets you with a polite
Uy, el
wave.
asesino.
Bueno, tal vez.
Ah, super. It's the officer. I was not expecting to run into you again, but things have a funny way of turning out, no? What
Sure.
brings you down to the scenic Martinez coast?
Actually, I was wondering what you're doing out here. I need your help forming a committee. I'm trying to assign la responsabilité. Que la 1, ¿verdad? La 1. ¿Nen? ¿Quieres hacer
Sí.
el comité primero?
No, nada que ver. Eso es burda de vago.
Well, that's très simple. I was visiting the fishing village just north of here. They have applied for a series of microloans to revitalize the old market. And, well, I wished to see the situation firsthand. And then, well, I had some extra time on my hands, so I decided to stroll down here. It's quite peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. Not quite my scene. Do you know there was a mass execution right over there? Did you see all the bullet holes in that wall over there? Actually, there was something else I wanted to ask you about. La 3, diría yo. ¿Qué dices tú?
El 3, sí.
Really? Here?
Yes.
How can you be sure?
It's sort of a gift I have. I can reconstruct things that happened in the past. High-end detective stuff. For one, the wall over there is covered in bullet holes.
Sí, la 2.
Ah? Is that what those pockmarks are? I might have guessed.
Yeah.
Fascinating how much history is contained right here, if only one knows where to look for it.
Are you just going to let him get away with these generalities and
Sí,
euphemisms?
sí, sí. Sí,
You're
sí, sí.
right.
You're
It's so
right.
complex and fascinating. I can't even begin to think critically about it.
Well said. Let us just be grateful that we don't live in such fascinating times.
Fascinating. No me gusta que diga fascinating.
Actually, there was something else.
Ah bon?
Are you
I'm
the
all
the killer?
I need your help. Oh my god. Bueno, vamos a darle a qué.
My
A ver, dale el
If
1.
it's la responsabilité you're after, I have good news for you. There's no need to form such a committee because it already exists.
God, of course it does. These moral intern types.
The Comité de Responsabilité de Revachol. It acts as a sort of clearinghouse for coalition activities. To put it simply, they are the ultimate arbiters of la responsabilité in this part of the world.
Okay.
Yes, this is just the sort of reasonable authority you're looking for.
I would offer to connect you with the committee myself, but alas, I am not actually in Martinez.
Ay, este tipo sí es sospechoso.
What? Where is he then?
Por eso, yo creo que él es el asesino. Por eso, pregúntale otra vez en la 1.
He's not
pregúntale
in
las que
Martinez
faltaron.
in his
Okay.
official capacity.
He means he's not imagine. What are you talking about? I'm looking at you right now. I got it. You're only here on personal business.
No, la 3. So, where are you?
Why, officially, I am still in La Delta, preparing for an upcoming conference on fuel oil derivatives. I'm only in Martinez in an unofficial capacity.
Qué sospechoso, chamo.
That's why it would be extremely irregular, or potentially even inappropriate for me to intercede with the committee concerning a district I'm not officially in.
There's an urgent matter. I need to get in touch with it now. How am I supposed to get in contact? Are you saying I should
La
just
3,
get...
la 3 para salir de aquí. La 3 para salir de aquí
I don't
porque
mean
nosotros
to
no queremos
discourage
ningún
you,
comité
of course.
de
Just
lo
to
que
say
sea
that
que
it
sea ese
won't be
comité.
easy
Ese
to
comité
reach
que no
the
se sabe qué coño es.
Not exactly a model of accessible and accountable governance.
But if you have information of a vital interest, they might be willing to entertain an exception. In which case, I would advise you to contact them via Coalition Warship Archer.
Why do I need to go through Archer to speak to... So how does one go? Oh my god.
This is quite the problem. Very
Odio a
tricky.
este tipo.
Of course, the Archer has orders
Normal,
to fire on any unidentified
Todo
aerospace
tiene
that might approach
un
it.
hueco
So
y
it
es como
might be
que, no, bueno,
safer to get in
es
touch
esto.
from the
Ah,
ground.
no, pero para hacer eso necesito hacer esto otro. Es como...
But in that case,
Shut up.
you would require a radio transmitter capable of
Ajá,
broadcasting
también,
coalition
sí.
frequencies.
Ah,
And that kind of technology naturally isn't typically available for non-coalition use. Yes, it is a bit of a conundrum. I suppose there might be some way to circuit bend your way onto those frequencies, but you'd have to be one of those techno tinkerers to do it.
Do you know any of these interviews? Is that legal? So what am I supposed to
That,
do?
my friend, is your responsibility.
Ay, qué
I
estúpido.
cannot take it from you, nor can you delegate it to someone else.
Sounds like something that programmer we met in the church might be able to help with.
Let me just say that I have complete confidence in the RCM. I'm sure you'll figure something out. And then, well, I had some extra time on my hands, so I
Okay.
decided to stroll down here. It's quite peaceful, isn't it?
¿Qué quieres decirle de estas?
Sí, de las primeras, las que no tienen nada que ver con el comité. A ver qué dice.
Ajá, todas estas no tienen nada que ver con el comité.
Ajá, dale. La que sea.
Is that what those pockmarks are? I might have guessed. Ah bon? I'm all ears, officer. And then, well, you know what they say. In matters of taste, there can be no dispute. For my part, I find it quite invigorating. Ah bon? And then, well, yes. There's nothing like a stroll along the coast to
Yo
lift
quiero
one's
que él
spirits.
sea el asesino, pero no sé.
Yo creo que no es.
Ah bon? I'm all ears, officer.
Ya, le pregunté todo.
Well, and then, well, I had some... Ah bon? I'm all ears, officer.
Bueno,
Always my pleasure to be of assistance to the RCA.
Sí, bye, no quiero hablar contigo nunca más.
And if we don't meet again, bonne chance.
estúpido.
Pon chance.
Nos dieron más aquí, mira.
Find someone with technicals, guy.
Ok.
Dale click. Allá va. Para que vaya
Abajo.
solito.
No me deja.
Sí.
A ver, ya va. Ajá, aquí. El mural. La trampa.
Esto aquí no hay nada aquí.
No veo nada. Aquí una botellita, pues. Pero no me deja ni agarrarla.
Nada. El búnker.
A ver, ¿dónde es que la vaina esta? Island for bullet traces. Boardwalk for bullet traces. Y buscar a la chama on the coast.
Y bueno, estamos en la costa y está el agua. Pero no veo nadie por ningún lado.
Yo tampoco. Ah, mira, ahí está el chamito.
Ajá, ahí está el señor. A lo mejor ellos han visto a alguien por ahí, no
Y
sé.
capaz.
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning?
Ajá.
No,
Tell
I'm
me.
afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
Que tiene que ver que es día libre.
Ya. What?
He's telling
Muy
the truth.
sospechoso.
He hasn't seen anyone.
El chamito. No, es la misma persona.
No, sí, o sea, ¿por qué traes a tu niño todos los días a ver esto?
Sospechoso.
Sospechoso.
Estamos sospechando de todo el mundo.
Es que es raro.
¿Cómo llego acá? Ahora dime, si le doy clic acá, ¿te me llega solo?
Sí, dale click.
A
Dale
ver.
click, pero.
A ver, ajá. Aquí.
Márcalo.
Le di.
Dale.
Ajá, a ver.
Ok.
Ah, no llega. Se para ahí.
No llega.
No.
Se para ahí.
Debe ser que hay que entrar y subir por otro lado o algo así. No hay nada que se alumbre.
Aquí es donde debería estar.
Uno de los puntos,
En el
¿no?
aquí en el techo, ¿no? Aquí en el techo. En el techo debería ser un sitio donde se podría disparar, pues.
Muy capaz.
Ajá.
Tenemos que intentar
Pero
entrar.
no.
Tenemos que intentar entrar a ver. A verla.
Listen to him.
Ya examinamos eso.
No.
Vamos a ver si nos podemos meter en este.
Oh my god.
Oscaré.
Thank
you.
Ahí debería haber una puerta.
¿Verdad? Debe haber una puerta por aquí. Yo creo que revisemos el resto de la costa y vamos a ver el mural, porque yo creo que hay que...
O bueno, ver el mural de una vez.
De una.
Estamos aquí. Claro, porque es como que marico.
Yo decía que sí, tipo, tal vez algo tenía que trillar para que...
The once bright
Y guíanos,
mural
estamos perdidos.
towers above you, saying, then suddenly there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure,
Okay.
like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where does it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What is happening?
She's down there.
Bueno, ahí fue donde dijo la señora.
Sí, I think she's down
Por donde
there.
están las maticas, pues.
Below the building.
Okay. Why?
The wind told me. We've looked
The
everywhere
wind told
else.
me.
Ever since I woke up, maybe
wind-
even before, I've
La
been
uno,
getting
la
these
uno, la uno.
strange cold spells. La bueno, the wind told me.
So, how do we get in
the
there?
wind told me.
The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, Betty.
Sí, esa es la cosa. ¿Cómo entramos?
Aquí ya no le importa que digamos vainas raras.
¿Cómo entramos? No, porque es más cool así, pero ¿cómo entramos? ¿Cómo entramos ahí? Ese es el
Finally,
problema.
my time
Ajá.
to shine.
Vamos, a wafer. There's a ladder next to the sign.
Sí,
Pointer.
has estado callado todo el día.
Sí.
There's a ladder next to the sign.
Even through the
Sí, la
roof.
escalera. Venga, pero
Perhaps
está
you
como un
can climb
poquito...
them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
Aquí me cae súper bien.
Pero Kim, por Dios, 43 años es nada, weón.
Jovencito, está jovencito.
There has to be a
Oh,
way
yeah.
to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is safe. Look around and find
Okay.
something to break if the ladder fails.
Okay. Where's the ladder? Para empezar.
Ahí está.
Wow, ¿y esto qué?
Está como chimba, pues. Está como... No sé, dale clic a ver.
Creo que va a bajar para...
Sí.
A ver, está como chimba, sí.
Sí, está como chimba.
An old pipe peeks out from beneath the rotten boards of the boardwalk. Could this be an alternative path into the fell building?
Kim, por aquí si te
Building
quieres
like
meter.
this
Si te quieres meter
must
por aquí.
have multiple doors serving various functions. Perhaps a basement access.
Hell yeah.
Tampoco te
Eyes
quieres meter en la
slowly begin to
alcantarilla.
adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe. The lieutenant looks over your shoulder.
What's in there? Could we get
La
into the
verdad.
field building through this book?
Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, it's highly unlikely, and not without risk to our health either.
Without risk to our health. A grin flickers across his face.
However,
Dios mío,
the pipe
Kim.
suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around.
Eso.
El búnker, ¿será?
He
¿Qué
means
coño?
the pipe must be coming from somewhere in the building.
And it's right here, a maintenance door.
Ah, gracias.
It's jammed shut. The subtle approach isn't going to work on this one.
What's in there? Vamos a ver si esto lo sube. 17. A ver. Broke into communist apartment.
Yo creo que
Ahorita.
la broma que estamos haciendo es como que no cierra los white checks, pues. Todos los white checks están on lock. O sea, podemos intentar cuantas veces queramos. Algo así.
Entiendo. What's in there?
An ordinary drainage pipe.
Da-
Darkness.
Okay. What
As your
else?
eyes adjust, you see some trash. Crumpled up newspapers, cigarette butts. Someone has half-heartedly spray painted skulls on the right side.
Suena familiar.
And nothing. Broken glass from bottles thrown against the walls of the pipe. A syringe.
No.
¿Grabaste antes?
No. Déjame salirme y lo voy a grabar.
Dale y 17
Ya,
se puede.
ya
Hemos
va.
logrado más. Hemos logrado más bajito.
Yo creo que hay cosas que tenemos para physical instrument. Habían varias. Ya,
Hemos logrado más bajitos, así que no hay rollo.
Half-Life. Hemos logrado bajitas, pero que. Coño, nada, pero nada es physical instrument. Me dice si me...
Physical instrument es como raro de encontrar, porque
Sí.
es más de los músculos, no es tanto la ropa, la actitud, sino...
Este es uno. A ver, la franela. ¿Qué tenemos acá?
Franela.
Shirt. Pain threshold, volition, empathy. Podemos ponernos esto por un segundo. Half-light. Ok.
Es lo único.
Es lo único. Y...
La wife beater. Sí.
podemos... lo tenemos al máximo ya.
Lo tenemos al máximo, sí, no podemos subir más de...
Ok. Vamos a ver.
Behind the pipe.
28, mira.
Rusted shut and half sunken in sand.
No, 28 se puede. ¿Viste? Fácil, Nicole, fácil.
But together with the lieutenant, you managed to slide them open just enough to squeeze in.
Good work.
Okay.
Shall we?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Ni siquiera tuvimos que intentar la escalera sospechosa.
No.
Ok. Lo voy a grabar.
Ahora sí te puedes... O sea... Te la puedes quitar o no sé, lo dejas.
Take our flashlight. Ok. Aprovechando, hacemos eso. Y... No,
Está oscuro.
Y la flashlight. ¿Dónde está?
Ahí está.
Ahí está. Ok. Oh. This overturned table is covered in orange mildew crawling with something. Ew. All file folders in the car. Documents silvery with mold. Okay. A series of thick, dusty panes of glass.
This isn't just glass. These are old computation components.
These are computation components?
Yes, filament memories. From the time when wires were cast in glass, slides with an inlaid nervous system.
How they do that and why? Hey Kim, look! All cybernetics! ¿Cuál dices tú?
La 1.
The how was a closely guarded secret. Something that was locked in safes in human heads across the river where they were manufactured. As to why, your fingers don't know. The why is easy, because they hadn't come up with modern silicon-based systems yet. For vitreous cast filament memories, though, these seem incredibly advanced.
Okay, look.
So it is. I think it is used to form a single system, slotted in the wall.
Will this be part of the failed playback experiment? ¿Cuál dices tú? Son parecidas.
Sí, la atrás.
The rest of the building seems to have been picked clean. These? No. These are old filament memories. I hope you're not expecting to find that device here. You will be disappointed.
Okay. Creo que había algo por el otro lado. Corre, amiguito, corre.
Haz el zoom
Ay,
para
perdón.
que tengas más espacio.
Zoom out. Hay una caja aquí.
Hacia afuera. Suggestion.
Wow, eso lo tenemos bajísimo.
Sí, hazlo hacia afuera para que tengas más espacio.
The collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze in. Oh, puede ser por ahí. Antiquated office furniture, last century maybe. Ok, antes de ir para allá, déjame revisar el resto de... Oh, wow. Más grande de lo que pensaba. It's been in the beam of the flashing light, a crevice in the wall.
Sí, ahí está. Mira, una foto nuestra.
¿Dónde?
Será nuestra esposa, Rubis será nuestra esposa.
Oh my god.
Pero acuérdate que ella nos tiene miedo. Mira, ahí está nuestra foto. ¿Qué incrementaba esa ropa?
Wait. No one slept here in the months, maybe years. Déjame ver. +1 to Mazovian socioeconomics.
Sure, por supuesto.
These pots and plates are full of dust and spiderwebs. Y nuestra foto.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. A plaque reads, K. Mazov.
Oh no,
There is a
K. Mazov.
spiderweb in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Brush the dust of the portrait. It's that Mazov guy. This must have been the hiding place of some naive leftists.
Some radical or radicals were hiding out here. They left a long time ago.
Maybe I should move in
What's
here.
with all this? Sí,
What's
maybe
with all
I
the
should move.
secret caches and secret bunkers de pana.
Se está lleno de polvo, weón. Could it be connected to Mazov busts we found in the students' room? Sí. En el edificio de los apartamentos, pues.
El edificio de la nevera, ¿no? Ahí había un
Sí, donde estaba
bunkercito.
la viejita limpiando.
Tal vez.
Ahí había un apartamento que era de un estudiante y él tenía el busto de este tipo.
Vamos a ver qué
We
es.
have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in rundown neighborhoods. Martinez being what it is, no one has gone through the trouble of cleaning out the old bunkers.
Good hiding place for someone who's up to no good.
I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with this case.
Aquí está.
Millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced. They're not all connected. Besides, that looked like some student. The youths always go for this kind of stuff.
Sí, las 5.
Déjame a ver qué dice.
Half a century? This was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards built against the amphibious landing. I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted. You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've stumbled on a piece of history.
Years worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand, grains sticking to the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder.
Revolutionary propaganda on the bunker, ancient flyers and brochures. Ok, creo que eso es todo. Que hay algo más. The same slit windows that you saw from the outside.
Could this have been the killer's hideout? And this narrow window, the point of origin of the shot that killed the mercenary? This does look like an embrasure, a slit made for shooting out of. Outside the window, the day is clear and as mild as can be in early spring.
Turn to King, could the killer have used this as a hideout?
It's a great place to hide, and Mazovianism and murder are certainly not mutually exclusive. But there hasn't been anyone here in ages.
I can't see the whirlwind in rags. The shot didn't come from here.
Indeed. No one could get a clear view. Well, at least
Ahí
we've been
desde
thorough.
arriba.
I like thorough. In fact, I think we're done with this bunker. After you, officer.
Ok. Corre, corre.
Hacia arriba, ¿no?
Hacia acá, ¿verdad?
No, hacia arriba. ¿No viste hacia arriba?
No, no había más nada. Era...
No había más nada.
No. Igual podemos bajar otra vez si quieres. Acá. The glass is covered with grime and dust. You can barely see out. Chamo, pero qué tremendo esto. Stones fall. It's a long way down. Uy. Cuidadito, con cuidadito. The gust of wind, the height feels dizzying.
No veo nada por aquí.
The central support beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. Ok, déjame grabarlo por si acaso nos morimos. Dicen a cada rato que se está rompiendo todo, ¿no? Ah, mira, no puedo caminar para acá.
No.
No me deja. Ok. Vamos a ver si tienes razón y había algo más ahí que no vi. ¿Para dónde decías tú?
Hacia arriba. Hacia la derecha, arriba.
A derecha arriba.
Exacto, métete por aquí.
Ah, por aquí. Sí, tienes razón.
Que hay huellas
Footprints
ahí.
in the sand. One of the souls appears more worn than the other. Oh. Ah, mira, Ned. Ay, ya va. The tunnel collapsed. You'll have to find another way around. Okay.
Sí, por allá.
There's something in the air. An unusual buzzing.
Sí, eso es como David Lynch, las películas de David Lynch. Suena algo así en el aire como que...
It's getting louder. The buzzing around.
Como que, what? ¿Qué es eso?
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
Pain, a strange tingling, a ghost. Nothing, just my mind playing. La primera.
La primera.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
You really don't feel anything?
Yeah,
I saw them too. Footprints with the right soul. Okay.
Ajá.
Looks like our suspect.
Como en el sitio donde arcaron
We need to plan our
Yes.
next step carefully.
What do you mean?
Once we
And
detain a
tenemos
critical
pistola, ¿no?
suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion
Coño,
events
sí.
we have no control over.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. This part of town is a fine clockwork puzzle. Disturb its peace, and it will start breaking down uncontrollably. Keep calm.
Oh my god.
Graba.
Go over the whole situation in detail.
Okay. We still don't know the full extent of Everett's plans. I told Joyce maybe we should see Everett again. We resolved the strike deadlock by telling Joyce about the Union's plans. We've checked the boy with Glacier era la cosa. Glacier's documents.
Gracias, yeah.
I want to hear her take on why it was empty before. How bad do you think things could get? Okay, vamos a ver todo lo que... Tal vez podemos decir todo, ¿verdad?
¿Qué?
Vamos a ver.
I leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating
Sí, porque
information.
es lo que te estaba diciendo.
dangerous.
Podemos inculpar a varias gente. Realmente no va a haber... Podemos inculpar a Ruby, podemos inculpar a Ebron, podemos inculpar a Clasie. Podemos meterle el muerto a cualquiera de esas personas. Entonces es como que decidamos bien a quién...
Okay. We solved the
¿Quién va a
strike
ser?
by telling Joyce about the Union's plans.
I
Entonces hay que hacerlo. A lo mejor hay varios finales.
But yes,
Dependiendo
our
de
affairs
quién-
will be
de quién-
in order, since she isn't in Martinez anymore.
Someone's been a very busy boy. Good on you.
We checked the boys with classes. I want to hear.
Okay, why not? Whatever goes down might also affect her. The Union is watching her closely now.
Not closely enough, you suspect. But still, good idea to visit her once more.
But do you think things will get muerte?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
What do you
Ok,
think?
el camino es por aquí.
Por encontrando a Ruby o...
Exacto, el camino es por aquí. Esto es progreso. Entonces por eso es que aquí es como el punto de no retorno que te están avisando, pues.
Okay.
Como que regresa a hablar con Ebron, regresa a hablar con Clasie
Ah.
y después regresas aquí y
¿En
ahí se forma... Porque no hemos hablado con Ebron sobre lo que le dijimos a Joyce y no hemos hablado con Clasie sobre que encontramos de que la vaina esa que yo dije donde estaban sus documentos está vacío.
Es cierto.
Entonces, el juego nos está diciendo que hablemos con esas dos personas como para que tengamos toda la información completa. Y así podemos tomar la decisión final cuando vayamos por aquí, según encontramos a Ruby al final, y ahí están... elegimos entre ellos tres, pues, entre Ebran, entre Clase o Ruby, dependiendo de lo que queramos.
Bueno, aunque aquí Kim dijo, if she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully. Okay. Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Will Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over. Okay. Entonces, ¿será que nos salimos?
Nos salimos, hablamos con esas dos personas y después regresamos aquí otra vez.
Okay.
Porque el juego te lo está diciendo, pero como que mira, una vez agarramos esta broma, como que no hay...
Ya no está bajo tu control lo que vas a hacer.
Ya no está bajo tu control, es de aquí al final. Lo que pase, va a pasar, pues ya ahí tú no tomas decisiones.
What do you think is waiting for us?
Porque es el final, pues, dependiendo.
Maybe more sellers? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
Maybe more sellers. We still have no.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Ah, mira, nos repitió, ok.
Exactamente. Es que ayer pasó en Alan Wake también. Un momento donde el juego sí, te dicen, literalmente te dicen, epa, ¿estás lista? O algo así.
Mira, no puedo trabajar.
Estás lista, has hecho todo lo que puedes hacer. Es como que, ok, sí, ok, déjame terminar de hacer y regreso.
Ok. Entonces me voy a regresar porque no me deja viajar. No me deja fast
No, tienes
track.
que salir del edificio.
Por aquí era la cosa. Y una ventanita, ¿no? ¿Por dónde era la cosa?
Por ahí.
No, pues este es para arriba. Este es para arriba.
Entonces no es abajo. Sí, dale hacia afuera.
Aquí está.
Ahí.
Ok, bueno.
Aquí sí puedes hacer.
Lo voy a grabar y... ¿Mapa? No, no me deja.
Dale, muévete un poquito más hacia afuera.
Sí.
Más o menos ahí, dale.
No.
Tampoco.
Voy a quitar esto. ¿Desde aquí? Nada.
Acércate a la iglesia por allá, a ver.
Bueno.
Creo que la iglesia está por ahí cerca, ¿no?
Sí, aquí está.
Ajá. Y ahí, dale.
Aquí sí.
Ahí está.
Ok. Hablamos con Clase primero.
Clase que está aquí cerca, sí.
¿No quieres hablar con la programadora para lo del comité?
No joda. Nadie esa huevona. Si él hubiera sido el asesino, o sea, fuera como, pero parece que, no sé, no hay indicios que apunten hacia él.
No, él es todo un político
todo
ahí.
Raro.
Fastidioso.
Sí, pero ahí si hubiera seguido la vaina, como que, vamos a inculpar a este pan.
Ok, déjame grabarlo aquí otra vez. Inculpar a este pan.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
Let's get back to those slides. Oh my god. Okay. La una primero.
La una.
Oh.
Did you take the document?
Oh.
No, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them.
She doesn't seem to be lying. She's genuinely spooked by their disappearance.
¿Las dos?
Sí, es que no sé si creerle, pues, de que toda la huevonada de que la andan persiguiendo y eso. La dos, dices tú.
No sé, es como que estoy como la villada, ella también. Nos mintió tanto que es como que ladilla.
Sí, es que no, me están persiguiendo, que yo lo otro, mis documentos están ahí, es que me queda...
Y si decimos la una, es como poniéndole la respuesta en la boca, en lugar de que ella nos diga qué pasó.
Sí, la dos. Sí, exactamente.
Thank you, but actually, now that I think about it, you mentioned seawater. I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch mechanism. The documents were probably just washed away.
La 1.
Why do... Yeah.
I really don't know, sir. I certainly don't feel like I've won. I feel like shit, sir. All the time.
Oh, pobrecito.
Ahora nos empezó a decir sir, mira.
Sí.
But this turned out
But
well for
this-
you. You've slipped past old suspicions.
You're right.
Dices esa. Dices las dos.
Sí, you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
How well could it have turned out for me? I mean...
The wet wind, heavy with brine and industrial pollution from the stacks nearby, ruffles her hair.
I'm stuck in Martinez just like all of us. I've been up here for... I don't know how long now. I like to call this my rooftop containment facility.
What are you contained for then? Is all turned out well enough for you? You somehow managed to not become a suspect. Something seems off with this theory I've developed about Ruby. The dried flowers on the roof. Could Ruby have left them? These don't fit with anything. Being up here for... Okay. ¿Qué dices tú?
La 4, ¿qué dice?
Okay.
The what? Oh, those ones. I don't know, sir. I said I have no idea what to make of them. Honestly, I think they're just trash. I mean, there's no reason for me to think they're somehow connected to her.
Something seems off with this theory I've developed about... ¿Qué tal esa? ¿La 3?
Sí, es que la 1.
La 1.
Porque es que la 3 es como que le estoy avisando de que estoy sospechando de ella. O sea, no sé.
Okay.
No sé.
For my sins, of course. The long-standing sins of a bad, frivolous person. For destroying my first love. For working for bad people. The list goes on and on.
That's it then, I guess. No, quiero decir algo, Nel. Quiero decir algo.
¿Cuál? Tienes 2 opciones nada más.
Sí. This turned out well enough for you. Somehow managed to not become a suspect. Bueno, ella es sospechosa, pero de otras cosas.
Bueno, de hecho, no sé, me parece sospechosa de todo, pues.
Sí. Tal vez no, yo diría que, tal vez, o sea, no sé si no, de nuestro caso, pues no sé si no al pana pero es burda de sospechosa con todo lo demás.
Todo lo demás.
Yo creo que a las 3, para ver qué pasa. Estoy aquí como que...
Dale.
I don't know what to say.
It all seems fortuitous for you.
None of this is fortuitous for me.
Well, la 2 entonces. Le digo la 2.
Sí, la 2, a ver. Sí.
Did I? Why do I still feel suspicion hanging over me then?
Porque
What I
lo es.
managed was to get him killed. I understand that.
The lieutenant looks away, over the railing.
That's it, I guess.
She
That's it,
nods, slowly, carefully even. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes. Not malicious, but dangerous.
Oh, let's get back to those lies you told. Oh my god, ¿será que nos intenta matar, Nel? Sería gracioso eso.
No sé. Graba primero.
Ya lo grabé todo, o sea, grabé antes de empezar la conversación.
Pero ahorita. Salte
Sí.
y graba. Sí, antes de que pase. Porque ahorita no pasó nada, pues salimos bien. Estamos
Hello,
vivos.
officer. Lies.
Ay, se te olvidaron cuáles.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We
Oh my
demand
God.
her anxiety. We demand her fear.
What if I told
Oh
you?
my God.
Es para el arresto nada más, entonces.
Ok. Sí.
She slowly,
No.
slowly lights another
Ok,
cigarette
nos vamos
and steadies up.
a hablar con Ebron.
Ok. Esta puerta todavía está aquí.
Voy a
The
ver si me
same
preparo un
small,
pancito, ya ven.
heavy door.
Dale. Puedes ponerlo aquí en break. Mientras tanto me voy para Garrett, mientras llega Nelson. No, ahí no era. A ver acá. Esto. Oh my god. Ok. Vamos a ver. Coño, no hay nadie en el chat. Si no me pongo a hablar de Jujutsu no Kaisen, que estaba viendo la película ayer. Nos fuimos. Vámonos. Debería haber una forma más rápida de llegar a Everett. Okay. Por acá. ¿Qué es eso? Oh my god, ¿qué es eso? ¿Será que mataron a ese pana? Bueno, aquí estamos. Vamos a esperar a que llegue Nelson y hablamos con Everett. Ya me voy a aprovechar y voy al baño. Ya venimos. Be right back. Y volvimos. Déjame ver si el lado está bien. Di algo, Ned.
Pan con Nutella.
Perfecto. Y sí, mira lo ocupado. Pero él no siempre está haciendo esto, ¿o es la primera vez?
No, creo que es la primera vez.
Ay, Dios. Vamos a ver qué pasa. Ya lo grabé. Vamos a ver qué pasa. Tan.
So, the ship has sailed. Did you see it? I know you did.
Yes.
Tell me, what did it look like as it grew smaller and smaller when that mainsail dropped behind the horizon?
There's a mean little light in its eyes.
Did it look like a germ? Did it look like a piece of bacteria?
No, it looked like a sailing away from the coast. No need to be overly dramatic.
La dos.
You wanted us to relay all this information to her.
That this is a takeover? That I want a war? God, I hope you also told her about the drug trade. They absolutely hate getting their hands dirty with that. You can kill 1 million people,
No
but
le
if you
dije.
do something the police doesn't like, well, then you're out of the yacht club. Goodbye, you inhuman fuck.
Now I know why you've been so forthcoming. So this was your plan all along, for me to relay this information to her? How did you know she left? You used me. That's wild, how you got me to do all that stuff. Thanks for letting me play a part, Everett. ¿La 1?
¿La 1 o la 2?
La 2, sí. So this was your plan all along, for me to relay the information. La 1 suena más cool para mí. ¿Qué dices tú?
Okay.
No, Harry. What we have is real. We're working men. This here is real.
What? Okay, la 2, wait.
Harry, I can't see into the future. We are all playing by ear on this planet. I had no idea she'd react so strongly.
But you did want me to relay info to her?
I did. I knew the negotiations would go better with police officers telling her horror stories from inside the harbour. It's scarier this way. Turns out it was a magnificent strategy. I never thought it'd so fundamentally fuck her up.
Yeah, okay. You used me, that's wild, how you got me to do all that stuff. Thanks for letting me play a part, Everett.
La 1.
La 1?
¿Qué digo? La 4.
You used me.
Harry, you made a conscious decision to relay that information to her. You could have kept it for yourself.
You used my intellectual curiosity against me. Well, she told me a beautiful story about the discovery of the insulin. Well, she says she's insane, like me. You used my intellectual curiosity against me. ¿Qué dices tú?
Creo que para dejar de ser tan chismosos, vamos directo a la 4.
La 4. So what's going to happen now?
What was always going to happen? We take the harbour and she fucks off to Ozon, uncorks a bottle of wine, calls her partners, and says they need to distance themselves from this nasty business before the big shit spinner splashes everyone. Only difference is the Union doesn't have to lose 2,000 men to machine gun fire.
You could have just told
No,
me.
sir.
I would have been on board. Damn it, bro. I was hoping I'd somehow get to fuck you over in the end. Not the other way around. But I swore fealty to her. She was my beautiful lady. I have a bad taste in my mouth. You better make sure this ends up saving
Esa, la
lives.
4, la 4.
That it will, Harry. That it will.
Eso
As to
espero.
the bad taste, please, you're not a sommelier, you're a cop. You knew something big, and you wanted to see what happens when you tell someone. So you told her. Anyone who's ever been close to power will tell you, inside information is the sweetest thing in the world. It's better than money. It's better than pussy. Money only makes you special for some salesmen. Pussy only makes you special for yourself. Information makes you special for all mankind. It's the ticket to history.
My thoughts exactly. It doesn't make sense when you word it like that. It does make sense when you word it like that.
No.
No. La 2 o la 4.
La 4.
Dale.
Damn right it does, Harry. What you did was participate in history. When history calls, you have to pick up. You had no choice. None of us ever do. A hard disco cop like you, I knew you weren't one to resist temptation.
A hard disco cop?
You know what, detective? I am going to leave this out of my reports, and I suggest you leave it out of yours too.
Oh my god.
Okay, yes.
Just look at the three of us. The three careless boyaderos. Good times. Good times.
Oh my god. So what now? So what the fuck now? Creo que esa que dices tú.
Sí, esa.
Like what the fuck now?
Sí, como que bueno, ya.
Sí.
Now we let bygones be bygones because there's work to do. For me and for you. I suppose there was a reason you came here, so let's have it. What can I help my best friend and comrade with today?
Ay, Dios mío.
Que pajú. Ya nos vamos aquí.
Look.
Sí.
My gun.
No.
It turns out the strikers are being... okay. ¿No le mostramos la pistola?
¿Me quieres mostrar la pistola?
No sé, suena gracioso. Pero aparte de eso ya no hay más nada.
Sí, ya no hay más nada que hacer. Ya podemos regresar al coso ese.
Ok, al búnker. A la... Mentira,
Sí.
no es un búnker, es un... ¿Cómo se dice?
El edificio, el
sótano. El sótano, exacto. ¿Qué era lo que falta? Solo faltaba... chequear la isla for bullet.
La isla, pero... Verga.
What island?
La isla es tan vago eso.
Sí, o sea, esto no es una broma, esto no es un río de isla. O sea, la responsabilidad, esto ya no lo que Nelson se opone a hacer esto. Enter the cavern.
No. La cosa es que ahí en la de las pistas, en la de las balas.
¿Qué
En la de
pasa?
las balas.
¿Qué pasa ahí?
La ponla, sí. La boardwalk ya la hicimos. Y no, de ahí no vienen las balas. De ahí no vienen las balas. Lancen tampoco. O sea, la conclusión fue que ninguno de esos dos lados es posible, pues, las balas. Entonces, lo que quedaría era como que de clase, ¿no? Ella misma disparando. O sea, es la teoría que más se aproxima, pues.
No,
Rubio o clase.
Exacto.
Ellas son las dos.
Exacto, sí.
Ellas son las dos.
No, ni siquiera clase, porque nuestro análisis físico no nos llevó a la conclusión de que era o en el techo, alguien afuera en el techo de la ventana, o... Esa
es la cosa, pero acuérdate que estamos como infiriendo, realmente no sabemos qué pasó ahí.
Ok. Pues buscamos la isla.
Ella pudo haberle disparado. Es que la isla no sé a dónde será esa isla, ni puta idea.
O sea, podemos ir al muellecito aquí abajo a ver qué tal, que tú habías mencionado, que tal vez, maybe.
Será, pero
es lo único.
Es lo más cercano a la isla arriba, pero...
Sí. Y el búnker ese...
Podemos ir ahí y después vamos de regreso al sótano.
Sí, va. Ay, chamo. Panel, aquí, mientras llego. Me puse a ver Jujutsu no Kaisen ayer. ¿Ya tú la viste? ¿Cómo va?
Sí. Voy la 1. No he visto la 2. Que yo me spoileé de una vaina.
No me digas.
En Twitter.
No me digas.
Del manga.
No me vayas a decir.
Y yo como que, ¿what? ¿La película tú la viste?
Eso es lo que iba a decir, porque me dijeron, yo empecé a ver la segunda temporada normal y yo tenía como preguntas, ¿no? Y resulta que tienes que ver la película entre la primera y la segunda temporada.
Sí, porque la película es como O sea, es la introducción de este personaje que es muy importante en la segunda.
Exacto, entonces estaba hablando con una
Que no
amiga.
me acuerdo el nombre, la verdad. El chamo.
Tetsuo o algo así, Tetsuo o algo.
Tetsuo.
Bueno, entonces
Eso es raro, porque los protagonistas son malos. ¿No te parece a ti eso?
No, o sea, malos así como que malos personajes.
O sea,
¿no?
Son como nulos.
Ah.
O sea, el trío es nulo.
Bueno,
el trío que es como los principales, que sería Naruto, Sasuke y Sakura, ¿no?
Sí.
En Jujutsu son como nulos.
Me gusta más así, me gustan todos los personajes extras también. No, es como que generalmente.
Exacto, pero los personajes secundarios son súper cool.
Sí,
los personajes secundarios son súper finos. Nanami, Gojo,
Panda.
el malo también. O sea, son como Panda. Ellos son cool, pero el trío, los protagonistas,
son normalitos.
Sí, y el chamo este, que es el de la película, el de la espada, él es burda de cool también.
Sí,
me cae mucho mejor que... ¿Cómo se llama? El Itadori.
Itadori Iji. Creo que era la...
Itadori. Exacto, él supuestamente es el protagonista. Pero después que yo vi la película es como que, ¿por qué este para no es el protagonista? Porque este otro Itadori y Naruto chimbo. O sea, no sé. Es muy raro, esa serie es muy rara.
Yo no he visto...
Y cada vez que yo... Porque no sé, en mi Twitter ponen muchas estupideces de Jujutsu Kaisen. Por eso fue que me spoileé.
No me vayas a spoilear,
Nunca ponen imágenes de estos tres personajes. Es como si estos tres personajes no existieran.
Genial.
Veo son puras imágenes de Nanami, de puras imágenes de Gojo. Y es como que, ok. Los malos también salen burda. Pero estos que deberían ser los héroes, los protagonistas, nunca los veo. Nadie habla de esa gente.
Es que, ¿sabes qué?
Yo estoy así como extrañado, pues yo estoy como extrañado de la vaina. Como,
¿tú no has visto la segunda todavía? ¿Verdad?
No he visto nada de la segunda.
Okay.
Creo que voy a esperar a que salga toda y la veo toda.
Ah, ok. Yo le empecé, me quedaban como que 6 episodios del final, aunque no sé si es el final verdadero, no sé si ya terminó. Pero mi amiga me dijo, no, que tienes que ver la película, ¿no? Y yo, coño, y me puse a ver la película, pero se me hizo tarde anoche, entonces ahora no la terminé.
Ajá. Ok.
A ver, era aquí, ¿no? Porque no me deja... aquí. Pero tienes razón, es que esos personajes, los malos, no sé si esto pasa creo que sí pasa en la primera temporada, tú ves a los malos, al grupo de los malos, y que comiendo helado, y que, ¿sabes? Las escenas en la playa con los malos. Es como que uno tiene más tiempo.
Hay uno que es burda estúpido que andaba con las chamas o algo así. Que
sí.
Creo que Gojo lo deja vivir al final.
¿Será?
Cuando atacan la escuela, al final de la primera.
Ya. Es que mi punto es, mira, llegó Joaquín. Hola, Joaquín. Llegaste
Coño, Joaquín llegó justo a tiempo.
Justo cuando va a pasar algo. Y estamos hablando de Jujutsu no Kaisen, por si acaso.
Sí,
ok. Dejo de distraer con eso.
Suddenly, the entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive
llegamos ahí.
fills your skull. A strange pain like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
As she says the word officer, you feel a spike in the agony. It sounds like the entire radio frequency range is screaming directly into your neural pathway.
Coño, aquí necesitábamos eso seguramente.
¿Qué cosa?
Lo de la chama en la iglesia, que ella tiene la grabación esa del sonido fatal.
Oh my god.
Entonces a lo mejor ese sonido hubiera contrarrestado este ruido, pues.
No.
Let's not go to hell. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely
No te cura los oídos, no te cura los oídos.
experience. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing the job. Tell her she's under arrest.
Are you gonna kill me too?
What's happening to me? Are you gonna kill me too? Kill. My brain is on fire.
La 3,
You're
¿verdad?
under arrest. Una vez.
Oh.
Are you gonna kill me too?
Yell through the static.
La 1
La 1.
de una vez. Sí, como que you're under arrest.
Yo decía tipo
No sé,
la 3 como hacen en las películas y que hacer al enemigo dudar, ¿sabes? No.
Aquí ya estamos. Sí, ya esas dos respuestas. La 2 es como la más. Pregunta la 2.
What's happening to me? Okay.
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
Pale latitude. Oh. Uy.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it.
What?
Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world.
It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. Okay. Joaquín pregunta si ya aprendieron lo que es de pale. Sí, ya Joyce nos explicó.
At the upper limit, the large prime number.
No sé, es un concepto que aparece muy tarde en el juego, la verdad. Creo que debería haberlo puesto mucho más adelante, antes.
That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She likes telling you about the machine. Keep her talking. Look for an opportunity to break loose.
What's this goddamn bell anyway? How did you get your hands on this thing? Will I stay like this forever? Have you experienced the compressor yourself? He's all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed. Oh. Please turn it off. I can't take it anymore. Le preguntamos del pelo.
Sí, a ver.
Joaquín dice, en teoría lo puedes aprender bastante antes. Es que nosotros no le hablamos con Joyce por un buen rato. ¿Te acuerdas? Porque esa información salió fue cuando...
Sí, después que agarramos nuestra placa, que la encontramos fue burda después.
No, ni siquiera eso. Fue ahorita cuando la opción esa de go for the kill es cuando por fin...
Claro. Sí, pero la primera vez que nosotros hicimos eso, ella nos bloqueó completamente. Pues.
¿Qué le preguntamos?
No sé todo, la verdad.
The Pale? It's the end of the world. I built it myself.
And she's proud of it too, as she ought to be. This is way beyond your abilities.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah, way beyond.
Oh my god. And the little officer's trapped in it.
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream. Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
Okay, this is all great.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey.
Okay. Please, could you just turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Turn this.
God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She's carrying a 2-barreled front loader. Remain careful. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but she can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you keep her distracted for long enough, maybe. Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bye, Dion.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you know we were coming? Did you shoot Lely? Okay. Yeah.
Está bien alto, sí.
Sí, pero preguntémosle porque después no nos va a dejar preguntarle nada.
Dale.
How did you know we were coming?
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
Beheaded bullets under footboards? Okay. Okay.
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
She didn't rat you out, by the way. Isabel, the washerwoman. Hide the bullet, though. Okay. Le voy a preguntar todo si se puede. Vamos a ver.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back.
As opposed to the other knives she's finding there now. Hardy for one.
Hide the bullet, though.
This could have turned out pretty bad for me if you hadn't walked right into 25 bands of ultra-high frequencies.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit.
Oh. Did you shoot it, Lily?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
You're right, Claudia was the first to share her suspicions. It was your girlfriend she cracked. Oh my god.
La uno, para no ser tan rata.
Oh, I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
On the coast?
Te buscamos, huevona.
Your first guess.
Te buscamos por todos lados.
Titus told me it took some convincing. First guess, ¿qué fue la first guess?
La uno.
Titus and his boys, man. They told us you were on the coast.
Well, fuck. Those guys liked me, I know it. If this is what happens to people whom people like.
A dull
Ya, pero es que todo se ve muy raro. Ruby.
How the fuck did the rest of you get by?
Wait, wasn't it you who called me the human can opener? It's not personal. I opened them up.
Open them up. Yeah.
I do it by asking questions, and I have some for you.
Talking to people, running everywhere. Honestly, I don't know how I do it. I just stumbled here. Can you please explain this shit to me? Esa, la 3.
La 3, okay.
What shit? I told you I didn't do it. Sounds pretty simple to me.
A strong moral.
No, faltan detalles, Ruby.
The opportunity to make a case for herself.
Okay, she still wants the opportunity.
Okay.
Would you say
that Lily was a likable person?
Do you have an alibi for when Lily was shot? You have a gun. She does have a gun. Do you leave any?
La dos.
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you.
There were 10 minutes they couldn't account for.
Háblame esos 10 minutos.
There was a half an hour missing. You went out. Ay, no me acuerdo cuánto tiempo dijeron, pero sí fueron varias veces, ¿no?
Era corto. Era como 10 o 15 minutos.
Okay.
No era media hora.
No.
Fue corto porque fue como... Creo que fue el más corto, de hecho, 10 minutos. Porque es como que ella se fue para el baño, una vaina, y después regresó.
Le decimos la hora.
Sí. No fue que se quedó media hora por ahí perdida. Sí, exacto, que fuiste para el baño.
No one takes a 15-minute leak
Look, fuck you, man. I might also have stopped by the bar.
She speaketh truth.
Would you say Lily was a likable person? You have a gun.
Sí, sí, dale las otras. La 1, 2, las 3, 4.
Okay.
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
You don't feel sympathy for mercs? It's hard work. Do you feel protective of the Union? Oh. ¿La 2? Okay.
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
Sí, aquí no creo que nos bloqueen otras, pues, porque es como, esta es la orgía de evidencia. Ella nos va a explicar todo.
Besides, they're paid well for what they do.
Okay.
I'm listening.
You have a gun?
And?
Where do you get it? I see it's a front loaded. Do you have any gun somewhere? I can't quite tell. What kind of a gun is it? Wins. There's other evidence I want to ask you. Okay.
The gun store. Trigger Happy Jacks.
Really?
Really, Trigger?
That doesn't sound like the name of a real store. Nada.
Sí, sí.
What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal.
You have another gun.
Sure don't.
A breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
What is a wipeout?
Como que está borrando la broma, pues, como que nos dejamos en lo mismo, pues. Quedamos en lo mismo.
I can't quite tell. What kind of a gun is it?
A knocked away 80 front.
Wipeout.
2-barreled.
Ahora sí.
Not really what you were looking for, I'm guessing.
That merc was probably shot from a distance with a military-grade rifle. Otherwise, everyone at the whirling would have heard the shot downstairs.
Sí, esa es la broma que nadie escuchó el tiro.
There's other evidence I want to ask you about.
Yeah, evidence.
Did you leave any flowers for Gracia on the roof? Ooh. Okay.
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style.
These weren't just flowers, they symbols of evolution. ¿La 2? No sé.
Dale la 1 y 2. Dale la 1 y 2 y la 3 es útil.
Okay.
Pues no creo que nos vayan a bloquear nada.
Symbols around. Come on. I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hothouse's worth of flowers has to die too.
Okay, so you didn't leave medals?
No, I did not.
Okay, let's take a step back.
Yeah? Where?
Who killed the merc, if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening in on the conversations crisscrossing.
What is radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Claus's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
What happened Sunday night? Tell me your version.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity.
It's okay. We just want to...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Klasia comes in, all pale and shuddering.
Okay.
She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
Wait, did she also seem hi to you? Klasia, do you know something was wrong immediately? Okay, what did she say? Voy de arriba para abajo igual, a ver si...
Sí.
Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before. No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she...
Es lo que ella dijo, ¿no? Que sí, ella sabía todo antes de...
But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
It's very weird that you came out with this plan right on the spot.
Es la 1.
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea. Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone.
Oh my god.
She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys.
Classy knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise. She lied to you about that too.
Drama está siempre tan ofendido.
No, mira, Joaquín dice, esta clase, mira. She liked shower head resourceful.
Resourceful.
That's bad. That she'd be so calm. That's la 1.
Sí.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
Do you think she killed Lily herself?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried the lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going...
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
If you didn't kill him, why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn la puta madre agent.
Oh my.
So this is what she was scared to tell Titus. This cop.
What do you mean, la puta madre agent?
What do you mean?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Who's peon?
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself.
Nicole.
Fucking hell. And why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like...
Ya va, Nicole, espera.
Okay.
Through the sudden... que no vi lo que dijo King.
He dijo...
Something to himself. Fucking hell. Why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. It felt like a pain exploded. Who's everyone? How do you know this?
Who's everyone? How do you know this? They're trying to...
Dale.
Everyone in Jamrock.
La 1.
The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
Okay.
Yeah, who's everyone? Ya va. ¿De qué estamos?
Dale. Sigue. Continúa la conversación para saber la respuesta.
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
If you know that about me, you must know my name. Fuck yeah, I'm la puta madre agent. You better let me go. I'm no one's agent. I don't even know who la puta madre is.
Ok, la puta madre es un cartel. O algo así. O sea, literalmente no le están diciendo puta madre en el sentido de que él es un policía malo o algo así. Sino que es un agente, es un policía corrupto del cartel o algo así.
¿La 3
Creo
entonces?
Que es lo que están haciendo. Sí, porque no sabemos quién es ese, pues. Literalmente no sabemos.
Sure.
Tenemos amnesia.
Don't know.
I'm sure I'm supposed to know, but I lost my memory actually. Could you tell me?
Sí, llevamos como una semana sin memoria, por
Sí,
favor.
la 1 o la 2.
Sí, la 1, ¿no?
Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough.
What did you do to this madre anyways? Anyway.
You know what I did.
I
fucked him over.
No, I don't know,
Ruby. Can opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
Wait, one thing. Possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
Oh. When I came into town, was there anyone with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Tell
had
me.
your death squad with you.
What?
What happened to
Death
them?
Squad. Ah, los panas que están abajo. Los panas que están abajo siempre
Ya, que yo
en
decía
la cafetería.
que yo decía que era eso, son policías, of course, pero nunca nos decían.
Parecen policías, sí, parecen policías. Y yo les hablo y ellos como que todos están todos molestos.
Siempre, pero molestos con nosotros. Okay.
Sí, y no te quieren decir un coño tampoco.
Who was in this squad?
I don't know. I know what happened to them.
Las dos podrían.
Who was in this squad?
Sí.
Sí, dile. Who? Sí, dile.
Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had two guys and a lady.
Mm-hmm.
The guys looked pretty buff.
Two guys and a lady.
Lady wasn't bad either.
What else can you tell me?
One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The
Ajá.
other
el
had
catire,
something or other about him. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying.
Oh my god.
That sound about right?
No idea who these people are. Literally.
Literally.
I was just testing you. They're right outside with guns.
No, that doesn't ring any bells. No, la dos es la verdad.
Well, this has been a great talk, really. But I think I'm going to hit the road now.
She needs it. You better make your move soon.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
sí, ya nos estamos acabando.
¿Le decimos
Do
la
you know about the
7?
bunker next? The bunker next. Sí. No. Esto no tiene. Creo que eso no tiene nada de importancia.
Okay.
Nadie se quedó en ese búnker como por 20 años.
Ah, ok.
Exacto.
Vamos,
o destruimos la máquina, o la dejamos escapar, o destruimos la máquina y la capturamos. Porque me imagino que eso es lo que va a pasar, pues. O sea, la dejamos escapar. O sea, igualito a quién vamos a arrestar, porque normalmente no tenemos a nadie, pues.
Tenemos que arrestar.
Gracias es la que se ve más culpable ahorita, pues.
Exacto. Ay, Dios.
Aunque el tiro no se escuchó, pues. El tiro no se escuchó en lo absoluto.
Ay, no sé, Nel, no sé.
No sé, Nick, tienes que decidir tú.
Yo
Tú eres la que
decido.
tiene el mouse.
Oh my god.
Sí.
Destruimos la máquina.
Tienes que... Y
Pero-
la arrestamos, sí. O simplemente nos vamos, pues, y la dejamos ahí escapar. I can't take it anymore, just go. Vete. O sea, ¿la dejamos ir o la arrestamos? ¿Qué hacemos?
Pero aquí no
Es tu
dice.
decisión, Nick.
Podemos
Tú tienes el poder.
Podemos destruir la máquina sin arrestarla, ¿no?
No sé. Es lo que tú quieras, tú tienes el poder, tienes el mouse en tu mano.
Yo creo que igual destruir la máquina.
¿Vas a destruir la máquina?
Sí. Dime, Nel, ¿está bien que destruir?
No sé, Nicole, no sé, es tu decisión.
Ok, aquí vamos.
Está en 72%, pues yo creo que sí se puede.
Fue verde, se vio verde. Vamos a ver.
Ahorita, es más, espero que nadie muera aquí.
Nos vamos a morir, chavo. Se nos cayó encima.
The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts
Wow.
like hell. But
Ok, se acabó todo ya.
Whisper over your shoulder.
Ajá, ¿qué decimos? You are under arrest.
Yo digo la
See them
3.
firewall King.
Yo digo la
La
3
3.
porque eso es lo que me molestaba.
Sí,
Sí.
Sí, que King también estaba sufriendo.
Sí. Eso es lo que me molestaba, la verdad. Y ok, Kim.
All good, officer. Be careful.
she looks at
Sí,
the
tiene
machine,
una pistola.
assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
Okay, convince her to put
No.
the gun down. What are you doing? ¿La 1 primero o la...?
No sé,
No,
Nicole.
¿qué
La
una?
1, la 1.
No,
La 1 y después la 2.
Ma'am, put the gun down. That's not the solution to your problems. You are...
Oh, yes, it is.
No, cálmate, Dios mío. Aquí vamos.
Cálmate, dale, Nico. Dale.
Vámonos,
Esa es la
vamos,
retórica.
vamos.
La tenemos en 6.
She thinks she has no other options. You need to give her options.
Okay.
Okay, what options?
What
You know.
Maybe I can still talk her out of it,
Maybe I
please.
can still talk her out of it.
I wish I could just let
walk
you go,
away.
but I have to follow protocol. No. Please. Just walk away. Ok, yo creo que la 2. La dejamos ir.
La 2, sí.
Sí. Maybe you can still talk her out of it. Ah, porque estés contigo con lógica, ¿no? Estás aquí, perdón, con retórica.
Con retórica, sí.
Vamos a ver qué dice.
Esto te lo está diciendo a ti.
Sí, vamos a ver qué dice retórica.
This is how you talk her out of it. It's the only scenario in which she lives.
Ok.
Claro, o sea, exacto.
Claro,
¿La
porque-
dejas ir o la restas?
Claro, porque aunque ella no sea la metamos presa, el cartel la va a agarrar, ¿no? Si
Sí.
nos llama.
Algo hizo, no sabemos qué, no es importante, la verdad.
La una, voy a decir.
Sí, ella está. Pobrecita, está triste.
Sí.
Está desesperada.
Ah, mira, es que no me había dado cuenta que tiene la pistola apuntada hacia ella misma.
Sí.
Yo pensaba que era nosotros.
Eso es lo que estamos. No, ni que lo que estamos. Es que se va a matar. Eso es lo que queremos que nos pase.
Okay, just walk away.
She stares at you, frozen, the gun still in her mouth,
Besito.
eyes filled with dark intensity. Then something shifts in her. Her neck and shoulders relax, and her grip on the gun loosens.
You don't have to do this. You're not cornered. I'm letting you go. Just fucking go, okay?
La una.
Before I change my mind. La una.
Day of miracles. I'll take it.
Just her gaze to the tunnel behind you.
She runs past you, then past the lieutenant,
Okay.
and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
Ok.
Mira, Joaquín dice, muy bien chicos, la primera vez que lo jugué se mató.
What? No. Qué triste. Y no te dieron opción, Joaquín. No te dieron opción para hablar como nosotros.
Sí. Tal vez Joaquín fue más agresivo desde el principio, no sé. She runs past you, okay.
Good call.
Oh, esito Kim. Ah,
Are you
ella-
sure? I
dice-
did my best.
Joaquín dice que falló el check de retórica.
Ah, ok.
Comprensible. De Lieutenant Seals.
La 2. I did my best.
De Lieutenant Seals. I did my best.
I would have done the same had I not been incapacitated.
What if we just let the murderer go? I think she didn't do it. I think she did it, but I didn't want her to die. Creo que la 2. Yo no creo que ya lo hizo ya.
La 2, sí,
Sí.
la 2, sí.
Her tent. We should check it out.
He points to the back of the cupboard. Okay. Chamo, qué peo. Ay, se grabó solo.
A ver. La tienda ahí a ver qué hay.
Concha, qué chimbo Joaquín que se falló el check de él. Wow.
A lo mejor hay pistas.
Porridge with bananas.
Cooking.
Ah, mira, plata.
Plata.
Antes de meterme ahí, quiero ver qué es esto.
El barril también se puede chequear, ¿no?
Dark water trails. There's no way out. Okay. Ah, el barril. Perdón. Esto es medicina. ¡Medicina, sí!
Sí, la necesitamos.
La necesitamos.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. It was pitched by practiced hands. She's used to camping out.
Look inside.
The tent looks old, but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes.
Look at the books.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
Ah, entiendo, claro. Y tiene a ghost airship. Eso es como esas, ¿cómo se llama? Un bote individual, ¿no? Que son esos super light.
De plástico, ¿eh? Eso. Como para escapar, algo así.
Eso es lo que me imaginé.
A ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiasts. Ok, sí, bueno.
Así es como
sabemos que le
estaba
gustaban esas
espiando.
cosas.
Sí. Joaquín dice, por esta razón les dije que subieran retórica a la sesión anterior. ¡Oh! ¡Tan lindo, Joaquín! Vale. Y tenemos retórica alta, creo.
See anything?
Sí, no, es que nosotros nos fuimos por el que tiene buena mente, pero
Sí.
no tiene músculos.
No tenemos músculos, pero para
Sí.
nada. Pateamos algo y nos damos un
Todo lo
infarto.
que- Sí, todo lo que es enciclopedia, lógica, retórica, todo eso siempre lo hemos tenido alto. Pues.
Sí.
See anything, Lieutenant?
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
Él dice que, Joaquín, claro, yo jugué el sensible. Creo que nosotros somos, creo que, el intelectual. Creo que escogimos nosotros.
El intelectual, pero no sé qué nombre era que se le había puesto. Pues.
No me acuerdo, sí.
Somos full de frágiles, pero, sí. O sea, a nivel mental.
Porque creo que los sensibles son mejores con hablar con empatía. Nosotros tenemos que -2 empatía. Creo que era la verdad.
Verdad, sí, en empatía y esas cosas nosotros no tenemos nada. Sí.
Y sugestión y cosas así, menos en todo eso.
Sí, fue por lo intelectual.
One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine, it's a leather notebook.
You pocket the worn brown leather journal.
We should read this immediately, like right now.
Yes. Like right now. ¿Dónde está? Aquí.
Right now, please.
In right now. ¿Dónde está este? No.
Eso que está ahí naranja.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
Okay, examine the cover.
It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. Schneller is a stationery brand from Gottwald, beloved among
Es que enciclopedia nos sale a cada rato. Cada 5 minutos sale enciclopedia hablando
Tenemos enciclopedia y conceptualización lo más alto que se puede tener.
Sí, sale burda. Y como tenemos la vaina esa de experiencia cada vez que sale.
Ajá. Joaquín dice...
Por eso es que tenemos tantos puntos, sí.
Island Empire es la stat principal del sensible que te hace alucinar cosas.
Sí, la imaginación, sí.
Tal vez cuando juegue otra vez me ponga así. Vamos a hacer psicodélico.
Vean la película de David Lynch.
¿Cuál?
Que se llama así Island
Empire.
Ok. Sí, de ahí sacaron el nombre. Seguramente.
La vi, dice. Y no sé si viste, Joaquín, que cantamos en el karaoke. Tal vez el sensible puede cantar en el karaoke mejor.
Verdad. Sí, bueno, aunque... O sea, la versión que salió fue nuestra.
Esa buena estuvo buena, dice.
Era como una canción de Robert Cohen.
Y la cantó todo así como que... La vi, dice, y 3 horas de locura.
Dice Stationary. Sí, es burda loca esa película.
Brand from
Stationary. Brand from...
okay.
She's got good taste and must have taken whatever she recorded here seriously.
Okay. Unwind this.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Study the handwriting.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margin.
¿Qué es esto? Alan Wake.
It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
Genial, me gusta alguien así, ¿cómo se dice?
Organizado.
Organizado, exacto. La canción del karaoke es de la banda que hizo el soundtrack del juego. ¿Dónde está a ti? No sé qué será eso, Joaquín.
A ti ya... A ti se quedó ahí arriba, él me abrió la puerta al final.
It's good she left
in Alan Wake.
We could learn a lot from this.
Okay, what kinds of logistics?
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to
ahí debería estar. Ajá, esa la 6 es la que yo estaba buscando, exactamente.
Anything about la puta madre. Vamos de arriba para abajo porque... What are the diagrams?
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
Anything personal?
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them.
How far back do the entries go?
The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
Debe ser con la gente de la puta madre. What did she write the day Lily died?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it.
Anything about la puta madre?
That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre. M is mentioned on March 9th and March 15th.
Tell me.
Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break. Well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? The call? Did M call her personally? Why? Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me, did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures, first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly.
What the most recent conclude? Okay. Look at the cover again.
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
It looks like she might have been framed.
If she didn't do it, then maybe it's good that we didn't catch her. Kim, am I really a la puta madre?
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her. Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than with us. Especially if she has problems with the madre. No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure.
Okay.
Who is la puta madre? Tell me,
The
Kim.
head of a major Jamrock gang, specializing in drug production and trafficking. A very bad person.
Un cartel, básicamente.
Pero
No estaba tan-
la puta madre específicamente no es el cartel, sino la persona on top de ese
Sí,
cartel.
sí, sí,
Okay.
sí. El jefe, sí.
Of a
A
major.
very bad person.
Okay.
No shit.
He's not 100% sure you're not indebted to this very, very bad person.
Then, who do you think killed Mark?
Could have been Titus. Then again,
But no one heard the shot.
Sí, eso es lo raro que nadie. Por eso es que pensamos que viene de lejos, pues, porque a menos que haya sido, no sé, un revólver con silenciador, pero no hemos visto nada de eso hasta ahorita, pues.
Voy por la 1 primero a ver qué tal.
maybe there's a hardy boy we've yet to meet who acted as his accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on him. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask.
Sí, ahí están
We should get to it.
los amigos míos y Titus, toda esa gente.
Toda esa gente. ¿Qué aquí? A ver, no me deja.
Agarramos un pensamiento. ¿Cómo se llama? Date. No sé qué vaina, ¿no?
Date of birth generator.
Exacto. Ese fue el que agarramos
You were
ahorita,
born
¿no?
in the year 07. In the last year of the commune of Revachol, right before it fell, in the old military hospital on the ground floor, where people usually came to die during a snowstorm. The revolution had about 1 year left to go, and the fires were still burning bright. There were explosions in the blizzard. This was 44 years ago. You are 44 years old. The bloating might never leave your face, but beneath it, you still have some years. You still have some hope.
Okay. -1, difficulty to all physics passives. Logic raised to 4.
Todos los pasivos, sí.
Okay. Test temporary research bonus. No. Okay. ¿Y qué más hay acá? Ajá. Are you la puta madre? We want to choose the correct cop. When you get the chance, call your station to find out more.
Ah, bueno.
If
Entonces
you dare.
hacemos eso, llamamos. Sí, llamamos. Y hablamos con la gente también en el hotel.
After,
Ok, esas son las 2 misiones.
Yeah, return to the whirlwind after the whole investigator debacle. Someone there has something to answer to. Okay. Ya, esto es whatever.
Sí, ya no sé qué hacer ahí.
Okay.
Eso de la isla es muy vago, no sé qué coño es. Y lo demás es como world building.
Tenemos muchos punticos, agarramos algo.
A ver qué hay abajito. Savoir-faire.
Savoir-faire, ¿dónde está eso?
Está en 4. Abajo.
En 4. Ah. Sneak under their noses. Stand with immense panache. Reactions,
Spirit the Corpse, creo que lo podemos subir 1 a 4.
Spirit of the Corpse.
Ahí al lado de Authority.
Ah, sí, sería bueno ahorita.
Sí. ¿Qué más?
Perdón.
Savoir-faire. Electrochemistry, no.
No. Endurance.
Pain Threshold.
Endurance y.
Al máximo. Endurance.
Y Pain Threshold.
Un puntico cada uno ahí.
They have to hurt you more. Show off the pain. Okay. Sí, vamos a darlo así. Y nos quedan 3 por si acaso. Hand-eye y retórica, dice. Hand-eye coordination. ¿Dónde está hand-eye? Ah, verdad, mira, porque lo de la pistola, ¿no? Hand-eye. ¿Dónde estás?
Dale, abajo, Nicole.
Hand-eye coordination. Y retórica, dice. Retórica está en 6, chamo.
Dale, súbalo a 7 para.
Vale.
Lógica deberíamos subirla también. Ah, no, es que nosotros nos quitamos una ropa, ¿no? Que nos daba lógica, ¿no?
Yo ya me puse la ropa otra vez.
Ah, ok. Bueno, súbela a 5, por si acaso. Listo.
Ok. Qué poderosa me siento.
Tenemos bastante nivel, sí.
Sí, mira, yo me puse la ropita otra vez esto.
Ok.
Y... ¿será que sostenemos la pistola? Nos vamos a ir.
No, va.
¿Y qué es lo que qué es lo que es? Bueno, me voy por lo menos con este. Si a este punto del juego no tiene ajá, Joaquín dice, sí, a este punto del juego no tiene sentido guardar puntos, mejor que leveleen ahora. Lo de las balas.
Eso de balas nunca lo llenamos, ¿verdad? Ese espacio ahí de balas, bullets.
Tenemos 2 bullets.
Ok.
Que tal vez una es la que agarramos del piso. Vamos, nos fuimos entonces. Vamos a ver, ¿puedo viajar? No puedo viajar, tengo que salirme de aquí.
No, tienes que salir.
Que no había más nada, ¿verdad? No. ¿Qué es esto? A concrete pad, ok. Ya no hay... ¡plata! Siempre recogiendo plata. Buenas, chicos, suerte en disco, dice Javi. Hola, Javi, gracias.
Hola, Javi, gracias.
Ay, chamo, estoy nerviosa. ¿Qué será? ¿Qué pasará?
Algo va a pasar.
Algo va a pasar. Estoy nerviosa porque en el ¿cómo se llama eso? ¿Cómo se llama? En el café, no sé qué racks. Ahí es donde están los miembros de tu...
Sí, por eso, ahí están los panas, sí.
Sí.
Aquí creo que más adelante, por donde la iglesia.
Por donde la iglesia, sí. ¿Dónde está la iglesia? Aquí. Vamos a ver. Ah, tiene que ser justo en la iglesia, ok. ¿No? Pero déjame viajar, ¿vale? Nada.
Salí y entra a la iglesia.
Okay.
A ver qué pasa.
¿Cómo que no hay fast travel? Joaquín dice que ya no hay. ¿Será que ya no hay? ¿Ya se acabó el fast travel?
Ya acaba el fast travel ahorita, bueno.
Ah, bueno, coño. Caminando, pues.
Sí,
Bueno.
sé que va a pasar algo en el camino, entonces
Ah, muy capaz. Ah, no es por aquí. Ups.
nos quieren obligar a caminar, pues. Así pasa, cuando... Eso pasa burda en Cyberpunk.
Ah, ¿sí?
Sí, yo que coño, quiero moverme para allá. Y entonces te dicen, no, el fast travel no está. Entonces yo como, ok, porque me va a pasar algo en el camino. ¿Me va a llamar a alguien o...?
Ah, ¿y te pasó? ¿Te llamaba alguien?
Algo escrito. Sí, siempre pasa. No sé si va a pasar aquí en Disco también. Pero al menos en Cyberpunk lo hacen por esa razón, pues. Porque es como que... queremos llevarte por este sitio, pues.
Ah, entiendo.
En vez de que te vuelvas todo loco ahí y te vayas para otro lado, hace...
Déjame grabarlo por si acaso.
Entonces, ¿qué hacemos? Llamamos primero, ¿no?
Sí, porque está en el camino.
Porque el carro está afuera.
Sí. Uy, te están todos esperándote ahí con pistolas y vainas.
Venga, ¿no? El final de Red Dead Redemption 1.
Así termina.
Sí, wow.
Oh, pensamiento. A ver. Oh.
Stop. Just up ahead. Danger.
Joaquín
¿Viste? En el camino pasaba algo.
Ay, Dios.
What you have isn't enough. You'll need more firepower. A ranged weapon.
Oh, okay.
You try to take comfort in the weight of your pry bar. Or crowbar. Or pry bar.
Ay, Dios mío.
Call it what you will. It doesn't stand a chance against military-grade weaponry.
What am I supposed to do?
Be prepared. Make sure you have your pepper box in your hand.
Pepper box?
La pistola.
Your fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol in your pocket.
I prefer hand-to-hand combat. Okay, digamos la 1, a ver.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
Gracias, Kim.
What happens? I got your back, Kim.
Thank you, Kim.
Joaquín, que panic. Chamo, ok. Agarramos la pistola. Quitamos la bolsita.
Okay.
Pistola. Uy, tiene que ser en la derecha, ¿será?
No sé, punta en la derecha, por si acaso.
Ah, ponla. Ahí está. Ok. Bueno.
Y graba, pues.
Y
Eso es
ya,
lo más importante, la verdad.
Sí. Y ya agarramos todos los que íbamos a levelear, ya lo leveleamos.
Sí.
Ok. Coño, otro pensamiento.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying.
Ok.
It's like an extension of your arm. The polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think my hand recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. This gun, Sunrise Parabellum, will be the only thing standing between you and the all-consuming nothingness that threatens to eat the world. Sheathe it and wait, Harold. It won't be long now.
Standing between you and the all-consuming nothingness that...
It won't be long now. Dale, pues. Globo.
Lo grabo. ¡Y ay, Dios!
No hay un sitio donde se compren balas.
Iba justo a meterme en el pawn shop a ver si tenían balas.
Sí, porque aquí hay un vendedor y aquí hay otro, al lado detrás de la calle hay otro, pero creo que esa gente no guarda balas.
¡Ay, mira! Está cerrada la
Está
pawn
todo
shop.
cerrado, sí. Esto es como un Mexican standoff,
Sí.
como en las películas de vaqueros.
Ay, Dios, tengo miedo.
I'm allowed at the ships to give loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Ah, ok.
Coño, acá. Ah, no, entonces eran estos dos panas. Estos dos panas nunca los hemos visto.
Mira, son tres.
No eran
mira.
los de la...
Son
sí,
tres.
sí, sí.
Uy.
No eran entonces los que estaban dentro de la...
No, eso yo creo que ellos quieren es a Ruby. Estos son
O sea, pero me refiero, estos no son los que estaban dentro del hotel. Los del hotel son otros dos.
¿Ah, sí? ¿Cuál hotel?
Está la chama, sí, son diferentes. Este negrito yo nunca lo había visto. Coltaner, nunca había salido aquí.
Ah, no, es porque este es uno de los mercenarios.
Son los de
Los
de
mercenarios
la empresa.
que eran amigos de Lely.
Ah, ok.
Por eso que no los habíamos visto.
Coño, Gar te está viendo desde arriba.
Ay, mira, sí. Ay, Dios. Okay, I'm all up here.
Ahí te matan a Gar, güey.
There's a feverish gleam in his eyes. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right? Shut up. You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
Oh my god, que resiste.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm.
¿Dónde está Measurehead? ¿Dónde está Measurehead cuando se le necesita?
No, Measurehead está ahí en su pedestal.
Yo creo que Measurehead es el personaje más
Interesante.
memorable del juego. Memorable del juego.
Él
sí,
es muy
el más
memorable,
del
sí.
juego.
Kim, what's going on here?
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
Y nosotros todavía no sabemos quién mató al tipo.
Willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
Oh, wow. Joaquín dice, Cortaner era el SCAF leader que gritaba right to work. Ah, que era todo grandote, ya me acordé, ok.
Ah, no, es que así no se reconoce, pero como...
Exacto, lo habíamos visto y uno de los pensamientos que habíamos tenido era como que es obvio que tiene la armadura debajo de la ropa, pero más nada, sí.
Y creo que la cosa es que no habíamos visto el retrato, pues.
Exacto, sí.
You are all drunk.
Yo no recuerdo haber visto ese
Come to
retrato
your
nunca.
senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street? This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like that.
Dios, se te vas a morir, chamo.
I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
Peaceful.
Mira quién la cara de este, qué feo.
Sí, tiene una máscara.
Una máscara, sí. It sounds like the
Sí, son
armor
como
figures.
vaqueros, son como vaqueros. De hecho, tiene el sombrero de vaquero.
Sí, it sounds like the armor figure is weeping. Ay, están todos borrachos y tristes.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's the third one. How did we miss something like this?
Helmeted figures.
This third one, he is the most dangerous of them all, heavily armed.
We're out of time. What do we do? Whisper. The big one is the mercenary at the gates. The scout leader. Stop. This is the police. Get between them.
Ese.
Tratamos de ser unos héroes.
La 4, sí, la 4.
Hero Cup.
Hero Cup, ya.
Get between them.
La 5 y que vámonos de aquí.
Sí.
La 5 y que vámonos de aquí.
Soft, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
Oh my god. He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers backward.
Pig, fuck!
I can see you're drunk. One wrong move and I'm taking you out. Easy now, no one needs to die here today. ¿1 o 3? Pero la 3 creo que es más, ¿sabes? Más suave.
La 3, sí. Ajá.
¿Qué dices tú? ¿La 3 también?
Sí, la 3, sí.
Okay.
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle.
Oh my god.
The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm feels comforting and warm in your hand. Feels like it's saying, do it. Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before he shoots you. No, wait. It's good you have that gun. It really is. Just soften him up first. Present an argument. I'm barely keeping you together here. This is it, the big one. If you talk to him, he will rattle you, not the other way around.
Ah, okay. Who is that? Point to the man. I didn't know you had a third guy. Listen, they didn't do it. You're all drunk. Look at yourselves. The Wild Pines rep does not approve of this. Esto suena muy débil en comparación con lo que está pasando en el momento. Think of an argument.
A ver.
Ah,
a ver las 5.
Talk about la 5:92.
Ajá, y la suggestion es malísima porque nosotros no tenemos suggestion mucho.
Sí.
Talk about the hangman.
She can explain this.
Okay, pero tenemos todo bien, ¿ves? En suggestion,
sí.
Como lo tenemos muy bajito, pero tenemos todo en positivo, ¿va?
Sí.
Legendary shot. Shoot Courtenier. Wow. Legendary shoot. Stand there quietly. Hope nothing bad happens.
Composure nos dijo que está de vaina y nos estamos...
Sí, él dijo, no intentes hablar con él porque... no, o sea, te vas a asustar, pues.
Pero la 5 es hablando. Es la única
La 5 es hablando, es la que más tenemos. ¿Qué es eso? No de... ya pon la 5, a ver. La 5, pon la 5, a ver. Know about Danwell,
la compañía de los...
de ellos, de los mercenarios.
De los mercenarios, exacto. Que, o sea, mira cómo hablan. Están diciendo estas tribus de estos pedazos de ¿sabes? Claro. Ellos obviamente están... o sea,
prefiero...
Dime.
Prefiero irme por esto porque es el más alto, pues. Si no, después tratamos las otras dos, pues.
Sí. Vamos. Tú puedes.
All right, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Cranell would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely.
Just a question. Who's in charge of your unit after the death of your colonel? Cranell does not give you the right to conduct a tribunal. You were called Danwell once. What happened?
Entre esas tres. Okay, all the right. This is an illegal tribunal, Colonel.
Never sanctioned this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. Who's in charge of your unit other than the death of your colonel? Cranell does not give you the right to conduct a tribunal. Who's in charge?
O sea, la primera. Who is in charge of your unit after the death of your colonel?
Okay.
Esa me parece que no es buena.
No.
O sea, por lógica es como que, okay, exacto, y es como que, okay, se murió Lyle, ¿no? ¿Cómo se llama?
Lely.
Creo que se llamaba Lely. Se murió Lely, ahora es el cortonel este. Obviamente él como que, bueno,
ya le dijo que
soy
sí,
el comandante
que disparara,
y que disparara. Entonces creo que hay que apelar a una autoridad mayor, pues. Que creo que sería Cranell o el Danwell, pues. Como que ustedes eran algo mejor, pues, antes. O Cranell. Es que ¿qué era Cranell?
Cranell es creo que ellos son los que le dan las órdenes, pues, básicamente.
Cranell es como la oficina general, algo así.
Eso es lo que creo, general, pero no me acuerdo. Es que no me acuerdo qué era Danwell. Yo pensaba que...
Si es Cranell eso, entonces creo que esa sería la mejor, pues. Pero es que no me acuerdo, no
Sí.
recuerdo haber leído esa palabra mucho en el juego.
Tampoco, ¿es la 2 o la 3? Y lo que recuerdo es que la chica del radio nos había dicho que ellos habían cambiado de nombre. ¿La 3 será? Diríamos
Habían cambiado de nombre, entonces la tercera, pon la tercera a ver si la pelas a los sentimientos de nostalgia, ese tipo de cosas.
What always happens when you get good at your job? That name meant night raids. Fucking extrajudicial funky time, burn villages. Shit that sounds bad on the radio. The same thing happened when we were called whatever the fuck it was. Probably won't be called Crenell for much longer either. Not after this shit.
Stop. Chicos, me tengo que ir, dice Joaquín. No, Joaquín.
Coño, Joaquín.
Bueno.
Creo que era mejor las dos entonces. Entonces que esto no les importó mucho.
Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else, and his hand is off the gun. This did something. Now
Okay.
fuck them up. Do it. The muscles on your back tense up. Easy now.
No,
Tell them these
solo
men
tenemos dos balas, muchacho gafo.
there's a peaceful way out.
And then this man didn't do it. It's a peaceful way out.
Ajá, a ver los otros, a ver si subieron. 28 igual. Bueno, este subió un poquito más.
Bueno, vamos a dispararle.
A ver, creo que hay que usar las normales, pues. Who is that? Point to the man. I didn't know you had a third guy. No, eso no.
La 2.
La 2, listen. They didn't do it. Sí.
Ok, aquí vamos.
Yeah? Who did that?
Point to Titus. I think it was Titus. Point to the roof. It was Glacier. It was Ruby. It was me. It was someone else. Someone who's not here now.
Es verdad. Es alguien que no está aquí.
Sí.
La más sospechosa ahorita es Clase, pues.
Sí.
Es la más sospechosa. De hecho, yo creo que deberíamos tirar al fuego a ella, a Clase.
¿En serio?
Sí, yo creo que es muy sospechoso todo, Nicole.
Sí.
Es como que no, me están persiguiendo, aquello y lo otro, yo quería el chamo y toda la broma. Y la última conversación que tuvimos con ella, que nos dijeron al final que sus ojos habían cambiado a algo peligroso, pues.
Ay, ¿verdad? Lo que nos dijo Ruby, de que ella como que tenía todo planeado demasiado.
Ajá, sí. Sí, entonces, la verdad, no sé, es tu decisión, Nick.
No,
es tu
porque
decisión. Yo te estoy dando los hechos, pues. Pero es como que, no sé, Ruby ya sabemos que como que le estaban culpando a ella para que fuera ella, pues. Titus, él realmente no tiene nada que ver ahí, él lo estaba haciendo por ayudar, pues. Y porque quería joder a los carajos, pero no mató a nadie. Pero Classy es como que...
Sí. Bueno.
Classy suena muy sospechosa. Y yo creo que si le decimos, no, wait, I just need a little time to figure it out.
Nos va a matar
me van a
nosotros.
meter la madre. Si me dicen, it was me, es que pudimos haber sido nosotros también.
No, nosotros llegamos después del asesinato.
No sabemos, Nicole.
No, lo que todo el mundo nos dijo, lo mataron y después llegaste con tus amiguitos.
Exacto.
Nosotros no fuimos.
Pude haber hecho el tiro yo desde lejos. Pude haberlo hecho desde lejos.
Coño.
Ya que al parecer soy tan arrecho, todo el mundo me tiene miedo. O sea, no sé. Y la última tampoco. Es como que, no, es alguien que no está aquí. Qué conveniente. O sea, es como que... O sea,
Voy a decir que fue Classy entonces. Bueno.
¿Estás segura?
No estoy segura. Pero es que no queda...
Bueno, ve por la que indique tu corazón, pues.
No, o sea, mi corazón indica que hay una vaina más grande, pero no tenemos... Y tal vez
no hay tiempo,
exacto. Entonces, bueno, voy a decir que fue Classy, que sea lo que Dios quiera. Ay, no.
Si no, lo intentamos otra vez, pues. Si no, en la próxima decimos que fue Titus.
Okay.
A ver.
The bird. You're fucking telling me a bird killed our colonel.
His fingers
Es la que tuvo la mejor oportunidad, la verdad.
reflex is about to draw.
She was the only person in the room when he died upstairs. Ooh, okay. Inadvertently, the show was meant for her. She had a pass and it caught up with her. I changed my... Oh, la 2 puede ser.
La 2. Sí, puede
She
ser.
had a pass and it caught up with her. I changed my mind. I can still change my mind, right? No. Creo que la 2.
La tercera y que... la 2. Yeah.
She used to work in industrial espionage, and...
You think I'm fucking stupid? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now? Huh? How about the kid? Go ahead. Say inadvertently. One more time.
Jesus.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who...
He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her.
Oh my god. Think! Why doesn't he believe me? Oh, okay.
Dale, lógica.
Vamos.
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him. All together. Titus said, we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud. In a public place.
Listen,
Sí,
he
esa
was
es la
shot.
vaina.
He wasn't
Por eso es que
him.
no te crees.
Listen, he
Porque
was shot.
ellos-
Okay.
Claro, por eso es que no te crees porque ya todo el mundo sabía que ellos fueron los que lo mataron. Pues.
Lo que
Esa
lo
es la historia que ellos
mataron.
dejaron correr.
Ah, okay.
Esa fue la historia que ellos dejaron correr y es como que ahorita tú vienes como que no y tal. Es
La
raro.
2 entonces, ¿verdad? La 2, porque he was shot.
La
no.
2.
Ujú.
Exacto, esa es la verdad.
You're lying.
No.
A Kiel Model 40 revolver. 8 rounds in the barrel. The gun slowly sways in his hand from the inebriation.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
The hanging was only a cover. Listen, when they confessed they were lying. The gardener isn't even one of them.
No, eso no tiene nada que ver, la 3.
La 1.
La 1, sí. Es que eso fue, el hanging fue para hacerlo ver que lo ahorcaron, no que lo dispararon. Pues.
Exacto.
Fucking liars.
Oh my god.
The shot rings in your ears. A low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman
Ya le disparó a
stands
alguien.
and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
Okay.
I missed.
Not true. He purposefully over-aimed and shot the window. You had him second-guessing himself.
Ooh, good,
Only
good,
for a
good.
second. Do not assume he will miss the next time.
Okay.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
That doesn't sound good. You need
Yeah,
to
that doesn't
change
sound good.
now, or there will be another shot. What topic? Shots have been fired. Act before it's too late. This was a close call.
I didn't know you had. Okay, you're drunk, the pine strips. Oh, la 5 puede ser, ¿no?
What is class?
She can explain.
this. Pero ella va a negar que ella fue la que lo disparó. Pues.
No, pero va a poder corroborar que fue disparado y que fue todo un cover-up, ¿no?
Ah, bueno, sí. Está arriba, ella debería estar viendo todo esto, ¿no?
Vamos a... Voy por la 5. Aquí vamos, Nelson, aquí vamos.
Who the fuck is that?
Glacia, the woman upstairs, where is she?
She
Se
left.
piró.
Ajá.
Unarmed, hunched, but keeping it together.
What the hell are you doing here? What do you mean she left?
She left! Her room's cleaned out! Right before these assholes showed up!
We should have arrested her.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one.
She's gone. Forget about it now. Concentrate on this.
Mía.
Sí. Creo que esa es la que más tenemos que hacer, la suggestion. Lo tenemos tan bajito. Esa es la vaina. Y no podíamos subirlo más, de hecho. Era como que lo teníamos en 0.
A ver. Sí, mira.
Sí, porque lo teníamos en -1 porque esa columna nosotros es malísima.
Lo más que podemos hacer era tipo, creo que teníamos una prenda de ropa que podía subirnos o algo así, pero más nada.
Sí.
Le decimos.
Sí, si no F9, si no F9.
dangerous. Ask about him
Whoa.
first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth. He has to start it.
Nel, mi suerte con los dados nos tiene...
¿Ves? Que tú tienes algo raro con los dados, por eso es que eso de jugar D&D contigo es...
pero no viste que...
No es muy bueno,
pero,
sacas puros 20 y huevonadas locas ahí.
Pero viste que no es Foundry, es en todo el...
Es peor todavía. Peor.
Dangerous.
Who are you, Corty?
Who are you, Corty?
He has to start it. Sí. Hay que hablar del... Vamos a preguntarle, who are you, Corty? Tell me.
Sergeant Major Raoul Cortiner, reporting in to burn this fucking mud hut to the ground.
He points to the window.
As he moves, the interlocking pieces of his armor click. Softly. Click, click, click. The realization comes to you like a picture puzzle coming together. His name is Raoul Cortiner. The dead man's name is Elise Cortiner. He's brothers with the deceased.
Verdad que nosotros descubrimos el nombre de él.
Humiliating our commanding officer. You're all sentenced to death by lead.
Cortiner, I know that name. His parents left him in a fucking leaf compactor. Listen, you're Lily. Everyone says good things about him. He was a talker.
He had blue eyes, didn't he? Your colonel.
Ooh.
Your colonel didn't deserve to go out like that, I promise. I will find his killer. O sea, todas suenan mal, la verdad.
His partners left him in a fucking leaf compactor. Parents, okay. Ay, Dios.
Creo que la 1.
La 1. I know that name. Okay.
He sways from left to right, inspecting
Raoul
you.
and Ellis Cortiner look him in the eye. I'm sorry about your brother, Raoul.
He wasn't my fucking brother. We just grew up on the same farm and got beat into place by the same sick fuck.
Beaten by a foster parent or someone on the farm?
On the same unit and the same war. You were foster brothers, I know that. La 1.
La 1, sí.
Same fucking mud hut town, too.
Okay, good.
His parents left him in a fucking leaf compactor. No, tal vez sí podemos decir. ¿Sí?
Sí. Para irlo suavizando, sí.
Sí.
Who? Laylee.
We researched him. We contacted the ICP and looked at his birth records. That was in there. And other things.
They fucking put Laylee in a leaf compactor, and now these cunts finished the job.
There's real anguish in his voice. A drunken sadness suddenly engulfs him. Memories.
It's a man.
Marico, con razón yo decía que suena así, es que está lloviendo.
Compactor. They're making it up to fuck with us. Major, permission to.
Shut up.
Fire. We can't have that. Interfere now.
Interfere. Listen, everyone says good things about him. He was a talk.
La 5, yo creo que la 5 de una.
He had a blue eyes, didn't he, your brother? Your brother did not see.
I promise.
Sí, la otra... La 3 no sé, la 4 tampoco, no sé.
Find his killer. Cop. His killer stands right there, shitting his pants, and you're standing in the way, protecting them. I know what this tactic is, Silo Sam. You're gonna die for them. Right here. Today.
Big talk, but that leaf compactor won't leave his mind anytime soon. It's a small thing, but it got him off center.
The Wild Pines Red does not approve of this. No sé si eso significa nada para ellos. Pero ya lo único que queda es hablar o matarlos a ellos, ¿sabes?
Sí, probamos las otras 3 de arriba.
Pero esto subió, ¿te diste cuenta? Estaba en 52.
Sí. Sí, porque él está como...
Dudando.
Como dudando, pues.
La 3. ¿Será? Porque son...
La 3. Sí. Es la empresa, sí.
O la 2, que es You're all drunk, look at yourselves. Que como que qué desgracia.
Sí.
¿Qué dirías tú?
No sé, yo quiero saber la 1, pues, pero no sé si la 1 el tipo se va a poner bravo o algo así.
Ese es como que no importa, pues, o sea, o sea, tienen otro. You're all drunk, look at yourselves. The Wildfire Red does not approve of this. La 3 es verdad, porque definitivamente ellos no quieren que esto pase. Porque queda en el récord, ¿verdad? Que los Wild Pines contrataron a ella.
Dile ahí, a ver. Dile a él. No les digas que están borrachos, porque eso los va a molestar.
Ok, la 3.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
Wild Pines is not going to forgive you massacring a bunch of innocent people. Okay, let me just say one thing.
She's going to be mad when she hears about this.
No, la 2 es como
Wild
que...
Pines not going to forgive you massacring. Sí, no sé.
La 3. Y nos...
La 3.
Y le disparamos
la 3
a la...
y dispara.
Fucking waste this fuck!
Ignore her. She's not the main threat yet.
Bueno, she's not the main threat yet. Bueno, nos vamos.
Lo que pasa es que tenemos 2 balas nada más.
Sí. 1, no sé. Bueno, nos fuimos, Nel.
Sí, bueno, dale, ahí morimos.
¡Vamos! ¡Yes!
A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion.
Look through the smoke rising from the barrel. Look at Cortana.
Look at Cortana.
There is a hole in his cheek. Blood gushes out as he stumbles backward, eyes filled with rage and disbelief, gurgling, muttering something unintelligible. His lips, moving, swollen with fear, are trying to say, shoot him, but he can't.
Hay que desarmar a los otros 2.
¡Nos morimos!
To your right.
No, estamos en modo D&D donde todo es como...
His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly.
Kim debería agarrar a la tipa y tú deberías agarrar a aquel otro.
Sí.
Pero bueno.
An Easter AR-FA-7, built for taking out light armored vehicles. It will devastate you.
Kim, where is Kim? Blink, think. Dodge the shot. Le damos.
Blink, think, a ver, ¿qué pasa? No, sí, no. Reaction speed, sí, tiene que ser reaction speed.
Reaction speed de una.
Dodge the bullet.
Y vamos.
You leap left. A swarm of angry lead passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks.
Lightest of tucks. Okay, Joy, I'm alive. I cannot be killed. I have become immortal. Stop shooting at me. La 3.
I cannot be killed. I have become immortal. Sí, la 3.
Come on.
The man tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot.
Oh my god.
Watch out. To your left. The Paul is about to take a shot too. At Kim.
Ajá, y Kim no ha hecho nada.
Without trembling, he aims face pale.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet.
Oh my god.
An
Dale, Kim, tú puedes, vamos.
Two shots
Kim.
ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from the Paul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant,
lo hizo, weón.
It misses. You
Wait.
hear a scream behind you.
Oh my god, alright. One from the lieutenant's pistol and the other from the poles. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. Okay, you hear a scream behind you. Did he hit the rifleman? Tal vez le... Ay, no sé. La 1.
Le dieron a Kim, no puedes.
No, pero tal vez le dispararon a la chama que está atrás, ¿no? A la jardinera.
Ah, verdad, la jardinera.
La 1.
Pero el grito fue detrás de él.
Pero mira, sí, Kim sí logró el disparo.
Sí, Kim le dio. Sí, Kim lo logró, sí.
Ok, voy por la 2 entonces para ver quién gritó.
¿Qué es la tipa? Sí.
Glenn, puddle of blood.
Le dio
His
por
mangled
Glenn.
torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol at you. Then he squeezes the trigger.
Look at him in the eye. Oh! I'm gonna die!
Look at him in the eye. Look at him in the eye.
The look of vengeance, framed in blood, lips shaking. This is the last thing.
Sí, es que no había más opciones. Estábamos ahí como.
But he will do it. He is your end.
I know.
Here it comes. Death.
Bueno, let it happen. O tratamos de ver.
Let it happen. No sé. I made the shot. Impossible 20, dice ahí. Impossible 20.
Ay, qué cómico. Bueno.
Bueno, si no, F9. F9
Ay,
siempre
¿verdad?
ayuda.
No.
Hasta que llegamos y morimos.
Muerte. Oh
Verga,
my
pero
god.
no sé qué más se podría hacer aquí.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire and your legs can't support you. You fall down.
No puede ser que me dispararon en el rabo.
The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it.
Listen through the darkness and the pain. Try to open your eyes. What do I see? ¿La 3 o la 1?
Sí, trata todas, o todas. Creo que en este momento hay que intentar todas, ¿no?
Ok. Voy por esta vez primero. A ver.
Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
A silhouette appears crouching over you. You hear a familiar voice filled with urgency and fear. No one wants to do anything with me. No one wants to party with me. The wolf is at the door, Kim. He will eat the sun. Kim, I lied about not remembering who I am. I made it up. I remember everything. No, that's a lie.
That's a lie. I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
La 2.
Sí, la 2.
Yes, keep talking. Stay awake. Look at me.
But you can't.
Yes.
It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone. When suddenly, you sense something behind him. A slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him.
No.
The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
Yeah.
Just let the darkness take you.
Scream.
No, Kim, scream.
No,
Yes.
you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand trembles and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unloaded. He grabs the gun from your bloody hand and fires behind him. You hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman is gone. So is Kim. Then the whole world.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
Will I be a ghost now? No, let me back into the fight.
Yeah, let me back into the fight. Come on.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh, Oh God, no! He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours, hurting, moaning in his sleep, and rotting, and being disinfected, and smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth.
Oh, good.
Drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his wound sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved.
Eso, Volition.
Yeah.
There is a
Coño,
radio.
Volition siempre salvando la patria.
A radio of the world, playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world. You're thirsty.
Okay.
Reach for the glass of water by the bed. The world is still there.
Mi esposa está ahí.
Es mío.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally, we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a Caprice Kinema.
Oh my God.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
Loading.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple from the pain.
Okay.
It's nothing. You're alive. That's what matters.
Yeah, that's what matters. Kim, tell me, what happened?
Parabellum.
He's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room with a fan above his head like a halo. His face is covered in bruises. Ouch. The room, it's clean. The peace jacket. Kim, you took it off? What did you say, Sunrise? What happened? La 5.
Creo que la 2.
La 2, the peace jacket Kim. Ok. La 2, dices
No,
tú.
la 2, la 2.
Mr. Guard cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
En
2
serio,
days,
guard.
In and out.
Gracias.
You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
The peace jacket Kim, you took it off. La 3, déjame decir la 3.
¿Cuál es esa peace jacket?
Creo que él tenía otra chaqueta, no sé.
¿Sí?
The peace jacket Kim, you took it off?
Yes. The joke wasn't funny anymore. I took it off.
The close proximity of death must have made the lieutenant contemplate his life choices. He's done with the jacket.
What did you say?
What happened?
Voy a preguntar esta primero, porque creo que podemos preguntar todas.
Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
Isn't that written on your...
My God, it's engraved on it. Is it worth it? Volví un ratito, dice Joaquín. ¡Está Joaquín!
Ah, Joaquín regresó.
Nos morimos por un ratico. O sea, nos dispararon.
Sí. Nos morimos, pero fue bueno porque el cuarto está limpio.
Is it worth
The
it?
gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
A pity. Good. Ouch. Good.
Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay.
Did we? What happened?
What happened? You shot the major in the face. A firefight ensued.
Is he dead?
Yes. As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged.
Then what?
I dodged.
Then I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive. Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care.
What?
Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. I forget his name.
Cuidado, pero ¿qué les pasó a ellos? ¿Pelearon con quién?
Les dispararon con la tipa y el tipo que estaba en el suelo. Ellos todavía tenían las pistolas en las manos.
¿Verdad?
Yes. He's still alive too. You were bleeding out. You said something, I don't know what. And you warned me. I was able to disarm Officer DePaul before she got the jump on me.
Thank you.
I killed her. And that's what happened.
I thought you only saw one dead. And they're all dead. All three of the contractors. How many casualties on the Union side total?
Sí, aquí creo que podemos también los tres también.
Okay.
This is the one. DePaul was the last to die. Everard had their bodies returned to Crenel for a funeral.
Okay,
Company is here to retaliate. Because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Or maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know.
Dios mío.
4. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, and Angus. The fat one, he took a lot of bullets.
Wow. Bueno, Joaquín, lo que pasó fue que tratamos de hacer todo menos disparar y al final solo quedaba esa opción, básicamente. Era todo lo que se podía hacer.
Sí, esa fue la acción que nos dejaron al final, como que.
Sí. All he nuts. An absolute disaster. It's a total shit show, Kim. Not that bad.
Not
all
that
things
bad, all
considered.
things considered.
I don't see how it could have gone any better. Not that bad. La dos.
It's a shit show. Yeah, it's a shit show. Eso fue bien malo.
7 people are dead. It's not a success.
Oh, dijo 7 y en el texto dice 6.
Sí, un error.
But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornet did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized yet.
Lo peor que hubiese sido que ellos hubiesen matado todo el mundo en la ciudad, ¿no? Básicamente.
Claro, y que todavía vengan los de la compañía y vengan a matar. Como dijo Joyce. Que después van a venir como con 20 y después con 30. Y después...
Exacto. Mira, Joaquín dice, sí, no queda otra que disparar, conchale. Con razón, Joaquín nos decía cada rato y que pongan eye-hand coordination. Pongan en eye-hand coordination. Gracias.
Sí, bueno, lo hicimos, igualito lo hicimos bien, ¿no?
Sí, es como que...
De todas esas partes salió bien
en las conversaciones, check. Sí. Sí, Joaquín, todos los checks que teníamos, y pasé uno que era como que de 27% a la primera, lo pasé, fue fino.
And we are still alive.
Ay, sonrió, mira,
eso es lo más importante.
Sonrió, mira.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies.
Sí, yo tampoco. Yo la verdad pensé que nos íbamos a morir, sí.
Alguno iba a morir, sí.
Mira, Joaquín dice bien.
Lo jugamos bien.
His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
Vamos a decirle ouch.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
Oh no.
Then it's not that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad, but still.
Exacto. Podemos tener reposo y eso, no nos están operando ni nada.
Pero yo juraba que nos estábamos desangrando y tal, pero no pasó eso.
No, pero, o sea, caímos. Lo que pasa es que nos dieron, fue como por el rabo o algo así.
That's your thigh. The outer side,
viste, exacto. Nos dieron por aquí abajo.
The bullet was removed and bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome.
Nice.
We will see.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
I'm a psycho-locomotor.
I am a psycho-locomotor.
Has anyone from my station been to see me? Are you hurt? Aww. ¿Qué le quieres decir?
No, todas.
I'm a psycho-locomotor.
Yeah.
You need to be, whatever that is.
Has anyone from my station been?
No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicmer is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead.
Se fueron entonces los dos que estaban ahí.
Maybe.
Ni se quedaron a revisarme. No me quieran, güey.
No.
Back to that shithole, he says.
They don't care about me at all.
Oh.
Y ya creo que es eso. Isn't that strange? Creo que estoy entre la 1 y la 4. ¿Qué dices tú?
Sí.
Care about me at all.
Sí, la 4,
I called your
Es como que
station
verga,
after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
Well, you haven't seen any, have you?
I'm sure.
Los dos estúpidos esos vienen de regreso, ya.
That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They're not really worried about you. If they were, wouldn't they be here?
If they're so worried about me, where are they? Why not agitate yourself for the it already hurts? Nah, la 1 diría yo. ¿Qué dices tú?
Sí.
I don't know.
Esos bichos no me...
If not my station, then who treated me?
I did.
Oh,
thank you.
No need.
Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I tried to not move too much.
Okay.
Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see her coming. Stupid of me.
Okay. Get up. Or try to.
Sí, tú sabes, hay una versión donde Kim muere, pues.
Me imagino.
Easy now.
You can take it. Just don't lean on that leg of yours too heavily.
How are you?
My disco days are done.
Days are done. I feel fantastic. Let's rock.
Who cares about me?
Who
It doesn't
cares?
matter.
Who cares about me? It doesn't matter.
I'm very bad, Kim.
Things are very bad.
Creo que la 2.
La 2.
Bueno, vamos a decir un chiste cuando nos sentimos mal.
Pero en serio, los disco days are over. Yeah. Come on.
La 3.
La 3.
Porque la 4 es como que self-deprecating, ¿sabes? Como
Sí.
nadie me
ya
quiere.
estoy en la depresión. La 3 es como, no, estamos bien, vamos a seguir, adelante.
Ok. La 3 entonces.
Sí.
He nods.
What happens now, Kim?
I honestly don't know.
But I don't know.
I don't know either. Well,
la 2.
Sí, la 2, yo tampoco sé qué pasó ahorita.
Sí.
We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. Joyce has left too, thanks to our meddling.
You don't think it was a good idea? Ah, mira, Joaquín dice, yo todavía no lo probé, pero si tienes una mala relación con Kim, te puede salir mal el check para advertirle que tiene a alguien detrás. Y bueno, en esta parte queda hospitalizado.
I don't know what to think.
No
It might
muere,
not have been
pues.
a bad idea. There is a pin somewhere in the machine. Something is keeping Connell from sending in a death squad.
Claro, porque tal vez el juego dice no matan a Kim porque los que estaban atacando tampoco es que quieren ir presos, ¿no? Entonces porque si matas a un policía, pues es peor que matar a un random ahí en la calle que pueden decir cualquier cosa, tipo, no, ellos nos estaban atacando, cualquier cosa.
Sí, pero no sé, ahí ellos se veían como que no les importaba, pues, que me iban a matar.
Cierto.
Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her.
De hecho, me dispararon.
Either way, Rubis gone, and Classio too. We really should have arrested her, you know?
We really should have arrested her.
Sí, ella era la más sospechosa, pero la dejamos ir. Porque fuimos a buscar a Rubis.
Sí. I don't know what to think. It might not have been a bad idea.
You check really. She's really. Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hangman?
Que quiere decir la bueno. Wait, you've checked? She's really.
Sí, que se fue, pues está súper perdida.
I don't know. I think the dangerous theory you presented on Classio, or whatever her name is, was wrong. We have not found a motive or a weapon for her. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
Oh, man.
This is because I'm la puta madre peon, isn't it? The fucking Maybells, King, the flowers. This is still at 28 possibility the shot came from a distance. Y todas esas, a ver.
Okay.
Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revachol West are his peonies. Even if you are, it is not a decisive factor in this case.
That does make some sense.
The fucking
Yeah,
neighbors.
thank you, Kim.
Sí.
What?
Las flores, no sé por qué se fijan tanto en las flores. Yank it out and show the dry flower.
Every
This one,
piece of
remember?
garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything.
He's wrong.
No, Kim. Every piece of garbage in this city is connected to the case.
Sí, esa la 1.
Okay.
Clearly no meaning in it.
Not meaning it, yeah. There is still 28%.
We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
See? There's that. You can do ballistics.
There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches, Revolutionary era.
We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
To locate communism killed.
Communism kill
I'm afraid
him,
we
yeah,
may
yeah.
not be able to locate communism, detective, on account of it being dead.
Oh, good. It's good. It's dead. Communism is stupid.
Stupid, yeah, communism is
Ideology
stupid.
does not have anything to do with the murder investigation at hand.
Pero él me dijo, yo me acuerdo que el muerto me dijo, ¿quién
En
me
un
mató? Y
sueño.
me dijo, él dijo comunismo, me dijo.
El comunismo, nos dijo él.
You know what I think? Solving crimes.
It does not
Solving
have to do
crimes.
with the murder investigation at hand. I'm sorry, it does not.
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Solving crimes is hard. Solving crimes is almost impossible. Solving crimes is super easy. Actually, I want to talk about this crime some more before I tell you what I think about its hardness.
No, ya le dijimos todo. Yo creo que es difícil. Yo creo que es hard.
La 1, sí, la 1. Como...
It really is very hard.
It is very.
That compassion must be making him dizzy.
You're not ready to give up, are you? That's right. Let's give up. Time to start drinking. No.
Sí, la 1, la 1.
La uno.
No. Are you ready to limp?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
A gust of wind blows in from the bay. The duraluminum box around you vibrates imperceptibly. A familiar cold, a red thread on the roof upstairs. Taut, plucked like a string by the gust.
We should check Gracias' room upstairs. Let's just aimlessly wander until a clue presents itself. La 1, la 1.
Sí, sí.
Why not?
Okay.
Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
Sí.
Wow, ok. Creo que vamos a dejarlo hasta aquí por hoy. Porque tengo un hambre inmenso.
Pasaron cosas.
My God, pasaron demasiadas cosas.
Entonces, sí, a lo mejor en la sesión que viene o en 2 sesiones terminamos este juego.
Sí. Tenías razón, Nelson. Tenía razón de que no íbamos a terminar hoy. Pero es que Nelson siempre sabe. Cuando no.
Estoy
vamos a
conectado con el juego, sí.
Joaquín dice: ¿quién tiró el cigarrillo al piso? Bueno, lo pagó primero, por lo menos.
Sí, yo pensé que, o sea, yo como lo vi fue que se lo metió en la bota.
Lo apagó. Porque el texto dijo que Joaquín dice, bueno, les queda como 3 horas de juego, calculé mal. Okay. O tal vez somos bien lentos, ¿sabes?
Yo había calculado 2.
2 sesiones.
2 sesiones. Esta más la que viene.
Bueno, igual hoy
a menos de que nos tardemos demasiado en la siguiente.
Pero no, estuvo bueno. Yo no me imaginé que iba a ser tan intenso lo lo de Ruby, ni lo del ¿cómo que dicen? El showdown. El showdown. Estuvo bien intenso, pero
pero sobrevivimos.
¡Viva la Resistance!
Kim está bien. Yo estoy bien. Estamos un poquito golpeados, pero estamos todos bien, pues.
Exacto. Joaquín dice, un RPG con un solo enfrentamiento, pero ese enfrentamiento es intenso. Sí.
Intenso.
Bien intenso. Y bueno, vamos a tratar de jugar la semana que viene otra vez. Ya sabes, Joaquín, probablemente hoy es ¿qué? Viernes allá. Hoy es viernes allá, ¿no?
Hoy es viernes, sí. Bueno, ya es sábado.
Ya es sábado, pero empezamos el viernes en la noche, ¿no?
Empezamos el viernes.
Creo que la semana que viene sería normal, tipo sábado en la noche para ustedes, domingo en la mañana para mí. Si tú y yo podemos, pues.
Claro.
Y bueno, gracias Joaquín por andar pendiente, ya sabes, la semana que viene.
Próximo sábado, Joaquín, final. A ver cómo termina esto.
El final, parte 2. Gracias, Nel, por jugar, estuvo chévere.
No, gracias a ti, Nick.
Nel dándome las decisiones difíciles y que no, Nick, tú tienes el mouse.
Es que no, Nick. Tú tienes el poder. Nicolai toda vuelta loca.
¿Y qué no? Dale, gente, muy lindo compartir estos streams. Ay, sí, vale, Joaquín. Mucho más entretenido cuando hay gente en el chat interesados en lo que estamos haciendo. Sí. Y bueno, descansen los dos. Nos estamos viendo. Chao.
Dale, Nick, que te dejo en provecho.